Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Let's share the show, please. Let's share the show, please. As you join us, please share the show. Let's share the show. As you join us, let us know where you're following us from, and we will definitely let you know. We definitely recognize you. In the meantime, let's share the show. Let's share the show, please. Please and please, let's share the show. We are begging you to help us share the show. Let's share the show. Boy, share the show now. You will not die. We share the show. We should be playing host to Honorable Yekeh Kolubah today. He should be our guest. We are making all efforts to contact him to ensure that he's with us. But in the meantime, let's share the show. Some of you're afraid to share the show. For your political party, then kick you out. I just laugh. But you better share the show. I beg you. Your political leader said I'll be following the show. Your political leader can be following the show. If I don't check, if I share the show. Your political leader can be following the show. Just so you know. All that thing what they can be telling you. Be following the show. Let's share the show. We'll recognize one or two people you already know to this Friday. We'll not leave you out. We will recognize you. Let's share the show. Will not leave you behind. We'll recognize you. But let's share the show in the meantime. Folks, I'm on one, so I try to navigate something here. really quick. Number one, it's just me on the show yet. So, good afternoon, good evening, good day, good night, wherever you are. Good morning to some of you who are in other parts of the world. Let's share the show. I am navigating everything here through. Let's share the show. I ain't sure. Yeah, let's share the show now. Let's share the show. You know, by not share the show on your own. And I share the show, but I'm bringing me up on nothing at the can. I'm bringing me up on. My man, what do you get? What do you get with deep?
Yeah, indeed. I'm dancing the legendary Takunje song, right? They laugh. People like you know, Steve. One day, me I'll catch you. So the same way I'm dancing Takunje song. Now, how one day I'll be dancing up to this song about you because yeah, we're human. But anyway, this song is dope. I don't know what today we can feature this song before we bring the Lawmaker on. How we go for
Tagun just said, I don't see your money, man. You think stupid, yeah. Do that story, man. Oh, bring a story or that. Tagun J is not a serial money, man. Simple. They ain't gonna be eating iron. They ain't gonna eat iron. Why ain't get do?
So you see, and in fact, that alone tells you that this song will also catch up with him because he is also he find himself into the lying group, into the lying, I don't know, liars association. Because mind you, this song, the wording from this song, the lie, your vision and your mission to the nation is all. You don't get nothing to show. For me, I just like the.
That stupid son, man. Let me yeah, do that son, brother. But anyway, what's up? Anywho, what's up?
Well, my brother, I'm good. Thank God for life. And, like my brother, President Monk, can always say, when you have life, well, nothing more that you can say but to say thank to the Almighty Creator because why? He's the one that gave us life, even though the stronger or those who are strong, who are manipulated, or in fact, those who are manipulators, they they use all of their tactics to manipulate the system to make sure that in fact they get richer while we continue to get poor and we
My man,
struggle
we're
in
not
the
even
midst
getting
of
to
all.
politics. We're not even getting to politics. What are you rushing the show for? My man, why are you
No,
rushing the show?
I'm not
No, I'm
rushing.
just
I'm
telling
just
you our people because I was following the social media this morning. I went to do my routine checkup and other things. I was following the social media. I saw Lopu I saw Keman celebrating, and Lopu that country. No, that country is not serious for nothing, my brother. I saw Lopu then celebrating, Keman then celebrating. What thing you're doing in that country, brother? What thing going on?
oh that may have been what kind of story that again, man?
No,
That
you
make
not
a
following
gist me.
social story. You not
Oh
hear the story about Lopu and Keman. You're not following social. That's why I say you too engulfed with politics and you forget about social life.
no, are you talking about loophole? Forget the thing. And the whole I was into I could not, or
Yeah,
in
but
fact, communicate
let
with
me
you.
ask you that way. Say you don't want to bring your own story, also.
Oh,
And they see you when you had the other time when the president, huh? Like they
oh,
play. When we talk like
No,
that,
stop it. No, stop it. No, stop it.
but no,
Look,
at a different location,
Steve,
tell me, brother. You know, I
no.
get your back. I work with you.
Okay, you were with me.
Yeah, but at a different location, I just want to know.
I hope that you are not the opposition senators who were collecting and pretending. So you're working with me. I hope that you are working with me.
I'm working with you, but I'm working with you. So what
No,
the area?
until President Monk agreed that you work with me, because I don't trust you. Let me be frank. Look, the country, if the line that we honor is SOS.
My man, you're not ready yet, man. You don't want to tell her where you were.
No, the whole our aim, but I say it now. People, in fact, even the madam should be like, but how come? So just for guarantee.
Open Goomba, open Goomba.
So President Monk get my back. Sheikh will get my back. We move.
Leave that story. Anyway, Monk, what's up, my man?
What's up, guys? Another day, Friday, to be on SKTV. You know what happens on Friday on SKTV. You know our tradition. And it gets a regular day. Nice weather in my city, on my side of the globe. I don't know what's happening in Arizona in terms of the weather, but it's nice here. It's sunny, even though it's raining in Liberia now. We are the beginning of the rain season, because the rain season peaks are during August and September. The 7 and 9 day rain in Liberia, you know, that's when we accumulate the highest inches of rainfall in Liberia. So it's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the rain and the cool in Liberia. So that's it.
So, okay. So, Melbourne, let me get you the update quick before we get into Sunny Syria. Apparently, the judge today ruled in favor of Kema. So, Lopu, from what I hear, should be going to jail for 6 months. The pastor who married her should be, going to wait.
Into the pipe. You mean the other G's miss me?
My man, the whole you dying now, who that I want your business. Yo, listen now. Yes, Tina. No, you're not serious in that country. You ain't got nothing going on in that country. Kema won a case. I saw Kema on her hair, say the call they have on here, the spray looking funny. Lopu, who lose the case, Lopu said you go to Supreme Court. Can you imagine the kind of uselessness in that country? Lopu said you go to Supreme Court. They said the pastor who married her, the pastor got to eat 6 months in jail. The husband who went and did a clandestine marriage now, guess what happened? The husband got to eat 9 months in jail.
Okay. 6? No, Steve.
No. Lopu. From what Kema said, I'm quoting Kema. From what Kema said, Lopu and the pastor eating 6 months in jail, both of them. Okay. What the judge said. The husband who went and got married is eating, he led 9 months. And she won the case in her favor, but Lopu said she not leaving the man and her husband, and she taking the case to Supreme Court. So a visual.
So we want you to make it, because you did a story sometime when after a few months, some people forget. So Lopu was the first wife, right?
Kema.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kema. Thank you. So Kema was the first wife.
Is the first wife that's on record in the court in Liberia.
Okay.
Lopu is the second wife that got married to holy matrimony.
Yes.
That means they get married in a church. One woman of God married there. Remember the woman of God on the phone, they wanted to start the wedding. The woman of God said she not on that thing.
Yes.
And she dropped the phone and married them really quick. So that the woman of God are eating 6 months there.
So Kema now, who according to the information that we gathered, that I know that was dowry, I know traditional wedding, or how you may call it. Now she won a case. Now what are you saying?
She did.
Okay, good. So that our people can know some of these things. So Lopu, who was dancing, if you spoil me with love, she lose a case.
I mean, I don't know what you want from me to say. You just want to put me.
No.
Lopu lose the case legally. From the church
Okay.
point, the spiritual standpoint, Lopu win.
Okay.
Spiritually, Lopu win. Legally, Kema win. So that spiritual battle and legal battle will on. At your country, that the country you'll get there.
Mm.
That the country you'll get there. The level of uselessness is at the highest peak.
So spiritually, who determines the outcome of a case in Liberia when it comes to
spiritually, the woman of God or the man of God, daddy or mother. So mother,
no.
So if your daddy or mother, because I know when it comes to marriage is I would say it's a physical activity. I mean, even the church endorses marriage. So if the daddy and or the mother declare that you end up losing the case, and then from the legal standpoint you won the case, then how it work?
That what made the whole daddy and mother been in my brother's issue because the daddy and mother then they the one can say there's a scripture they can quote. What God put together, put a send up. The second part they can quote also that God put them together from the beginning of the world. And God created a man and a woman to talk a bunch of foolishness with confidence. They misapply scripture. So as we speak now, we are in a quagmire in the country.
Because that's a contradiction.
No. Spirituality will supersede any physicality. So that you want to cause it that because Lopu said she not living a man. Lopu said that you want to cause it that jobs. She not on that thing.
Yes. So quickly, or Steve and that presenter more. Yes, I think what I learned from that thing is I can still recall once upon a time one lawyer said to me that maybe the first marriage, that for example, this thing that we can call dowry payment or so on, right?
Yeah.
That has been recognized by the Lord. That means
wait, wait, hold you there spiritually. The law was there. When God put Adam and Eve together, the law was there. You're not reading your Bible, and what wrong with you? You won't be dealing every Bible.
No, but if you're talking about those days where God put or maybe Adam and Eve together, then that means now then how can a Lopu losing the case? Because
but I'm saying that the case ticket.
Coach, because
maybe when you get it to here, we say it's a contradiction because if the church or legalized wedding and you went to a court and the court ruled in your favor, how can the daddy or mother overturn that ruling when the same court or the same God that ordained the marriage? So it means the legal aspects will supersede your daddy or your mother or your so-called mother or friends in the marriage, but in Liberia is the opposite of what Steve is saying.
Yeah, so my point here now, I come in a minute.
What God put together, don't put a sound up. Those poor people marry. They Lopu and Kema case here, we're looking at it. We not want to be inside. We in the middle. Me, I don't own nobody's side. I own the Lord's side. Anywhere God say, and the premier will go. As far as I'm concerned, spiritually, the Lord and Lopu win the case here. Spiritually. But physically, Kema looking at she make it. But anyway, that we're going to shake. But shake what is going on? You are the one that's about getting married and the married looking funny in the town. What's up? Sheku. Sheku frozen. Anyway, Lauren, Lauren, let me hear from you because I see you just smiling all day. That the thing that we're going to be discussing at someone here, what's your story? What is going on, my man?
We are still, I follow you small on our own marriage thing. So I didn't make one article and you spiritual father. So everything's okay. Yeah. So I didn't present more to around his spiritual father, the father of the year.
No. He's a more a physical man.
Come on, I'm going around.
What I want in scripture cannot man.
Yeah, Steve, at least the people of district number 4, Margibi County, especially the Laketa belt, at least they have some relief from their representative. During the campaign, he promised them that one of the major roads in that township, the Laketa township, going to help them to rehabilitate it. So as we speak, the machine is on the road right now, helping the people. And I spoke with the chairman of the road committee. He said the representative is taking the road from Laketa Township, especially the town they call Shama Farm, and they're going to make sure that the road reach to the way out of belt because if you want to go to Wiala, you have to pass through Kakata. So you just want to make it sure for them from Shama Farm, you make your way to Wiala. So it was a joyous day today, even though the rain was not easy here. But at least the people are happy for the promise. At one promise he made there. So
Wait. Let me you rushing away because my GB Kante, especially Kakata, the player was born.
Yeah.
Honor stream is there, and our honor stream attention. So you need the 22 million. How is the representative we need those people in? How is the representative funding this project? Because we just get 22 million government. Did he get it or what's going on?
According to the chairman, the representative Emmanuel Ya of District Number 4 promised them to do the role when he became the winner in the election. So right after he won the election, he brought a yellow machine in the district, and so immediately.
Wait now, my man. When you rushing with our own rope, and won't get 22 million. Relax, that's about it now. So that means you're saying yes. For all indication, the representative did not receive anything from that 22 million.
Allegedly, no. Yeah.
So there's there a way that you can reach out to that representative so we can ask him some questions how you get the money to because it's a good venture, but one way the money
Yeah, I will test you a number right after the show.
Okay, so we can reach out to him because as we speak now, Minister Giddings, the public work minister, is passing around. He's forgiven by the senators, but we'll get into that today in a little bit. We're still trying to make contact with Honorable Yekeh Kolubah. But let's hear from Melbourne. Melbourne, apart from the spiritual and physical marriage declaration that are going on, what is going on?
Well, thank you so much, Steve, and that Representative Monk and my colleague. Indeed, a lot of things ongoing, but we're just going to talk about those latest news, especially coming from the University of Liberia. Mind you, the University of Liberia Faculty Association, or the OFA for short, takes another major go-slow action, suspend all academic activities across all its campuses. So that means the Faculty Association of UL will be suspending all their activities. There'll be no teaching. They are going on go-slow, according to the information that we are getting. That but they not give the time, but I know that maybe beginning Monday, I mean there will be no school at the University of Liberia. And these are information.
Maybe I beg you slow down. You're rushing. Please put it in simple English so our people can get it. What they go slow? What you want? What you mean?
Okay, so when I say go slow, that means the people will be protesting or they will not go to work because of so many things reaching from salary or their pay business or some things that are also not good on the campus and so on. So because of all these things, the teachers association, they call them the faculty, but they are the teachers association of UL. They will not be able to go to work. They will not work because of so many things that are going on the campus. So the information we're getting from the UL, from all of the University of Liberia, the state-run university across the country, because they say across its campuses, that means either the colleges and all, that there may not be classes based on some of the prevailing situations that they are going through with salaries, delay of salaries, so many things that are also affecting the colleges or the universities across the country. So they are telling us that indeed they are going to go on go slow, or they will protest, or they will not work. That's what they are saying to us. So apart from the news, also the Senate news about their retreat and so on, the news been into the media for now, and it's still into the media. There are some mixed reactions, and we are also getting information that they are still fighting hard to bring up their comprehensive report. And there are some news that we're also getting that some of the opposition.
Wait. I mean, you reported that. You're reporting, you're rushing. Relax. Well, nobody running there. You take your own time, brother. So you're saying the Senate up until now, that means the thing what you can wrote on Facebook there. The other one, she said the Senate wrote a lie. That what you saying?
Yes. Indeed, they are still waiting for the comprehensive report for the retreat as to how much was spent.
Now let me ask more because I want to know the big word. What that other one they call comprehensive more? What do you mean? What did that one mean?
The comprehensive report means you're going to meet the consensus of everybody, and they want to do thorough investigation. But I'm not going to buy into that.
Oh, so that means the one normally wrote a judge.
Yeah, that one our own opinion. So they got to come together and hang here and make adjustment. Then will be the comprehensive report where everybody agree on. Then it becomes the comprehensive report.
So that means you're trying to say also the one senator you lied to mama, Ashim mama, which is Darius Dillon, the one you wrote to the law.
Maybe it would be a lot too. I mean,
but the whole
comprehensive report, then it's a lot.
Okay, we got another liar. We identify no, your way, gentlemen. We identify them small. We're moving. So, Senator, budget shuffle.
They all
that means the way because if you don't, I see him talking about going on Haji prayer. We're not seeing Haji prayer saying getting the money situation, and I see nothing on Haji prayer. That means in lie.
They all lie.
Okay, so Senator Ashim, the Senate, which is Yomlikanga Lawrence, she lied to.
They all lie.
Okay,
and that's why on SKTV, you know what we'll do? We'll take one of these days in the coming week to really go down into the legislative budget to know exactly what's happening, because we cannot cover it up in another show, so our people can get to know, because the vast majority of people don't pay attention to these things, how they allocate money for themselves, where they take from, and how they pay for their entertainment. Can you imagine lawmakers making upward of $9,000 for entertainment, especially when it comes to the office of the pro tem? And you got more money in your budget for entertainment than scholarship. It tells you a lot about that country. They are lubricating few. Yeah.
More.
Yes.
I beg you, let Melbourne finish, because we'll come to that analysis. And we reminded people yesterday that we report on SKTV, and we probably would not lie, and the Lawmaker will not take it back. That 13,000 in total they get. We're not talking about other small money, what they're playing for the hotel, they want it, what they want what they call staff they carry with them, but we know what gonna put in the carry with them. We're not talking about that one. We're not talking about even the 50,000 that they spend. That one included in the 13,000 raw cash, 13,000 US dollar. Some of you know math, man. You please read how much $5 in 13,000, how much $10 inside. You please read it, yes, so we can know. But I'm not going to finish with that other thing. Finish with reporting quick. Then we'll get to the.
So so indeed, thank you to conclude. So we are also getting reports that it's not only the senators that receive some of the monies that we're all talking about, or maybe the 10,000. That money will also share on the lower house or the House of Representatives, according to the information that we are getting. So indeed, but thank God that Honorable Yekeh Kolubah will be coming on. Maybe he will also tell us as to whether it is true that in fact the lower hall receive some of the money. But again, these are some of the news, and there are a lot of mixed reactions. Liberians are just so frustrated because, mind you, the economy is really getting high on a daily basis. Things prices continue to go up, and with the later news also, the president, we are getting that you want to ratify a 40 million loan agreement to maybe stabilize the economy, according to what we're getting. These are information that we are getting. Also, these are some of the later news coming out that the president of Liberia will be taking some loan maybe from the African Development Bank to maybe stabilize the economy, 40 million plus loan, according to what we're getting.
Okay.
So far, so good. Steve, and
no more quickly before we get into other things here quick, because we'll bring one or two other news and we'll get straight into the conversation. Lauren, how much you're buying bag of red order on the other side of the country? How much bag of red? You're leaving all the kg thing. How much you buying bag of red? Yeah, because your people be bold and you confuse our people. How much you buying bag of
red? For now here is 3.
What? My man, the number you calling scared to call number. How much you buying bag of red? You're not die if you call number, man. We're not hearing you. What are you scared about?
$3,850.
So that $3,850 brand dollar at home in US. At home.
You know the US rate here are very, so sometimes you go some places, the person will tell you the rate at 193, sometimes 192. So when you carry $20, the full amount of holding, the $20 is about $3,750 some places here.
Okay. So $20 is the price right now. 4 months ago or 5 months ago, before Joseph Parker would tell you, how much you are paying for the rest then?
The rest was here for 3,000, 3,250, 3,300.
So that one how much now? 3,250, 3,200. How much in US?
It depends the rate.
Okay, let's keep the rate that you get right now.
Yeah, some places the rate at 192.
Let's keep the rate you get. That was how much?
Okay, I take my one of you have a 193 here.
Yeah, so that how much?
At $3,850.
So that means our how much now in US?
In US is about $20.
So you're trying to say drink your weird time was $20 Joseph Parker $20 red press?
You know the business people were doing the business in a way that if you go to buy the way if you buy from the fuller man, the man will request for the US. If you carry the US, the man will hold the US. So if you carry the Liberty, you have to reach out to the man rate. The rate the man taking it for because he had to go and buy in US. You will not go buy his goods in Liberty.
Okay, so you're talking about Bon County area then you're buying red for $20 drink your weird time.
Yeah, at time 3,500, 3,200, 3,350, just like that. It depends how the person get the goods.
Okay. Melbourne, Yahoo to the play where they can be confusing all married Benin, one meaning a spiritual thing, one meaning a physical thing. How much are you to buy red? How much is red now?
Yeah. So quickly before I come to Central or maybe to the capital city, let me just add up to my brother. You know, the prices are various because mind you, the capital city price will be different from that of out of the capital city. So like for example, if you're buying a rest here, maybe for $15, out of the capital city, you'll be buying it for something around either $16 or $17. So, but again, maybe you couldn't really recall some of the things, but that's how it look. Like for example, if you're buying gasoline here for maybe $8.40, mind you, up interior or maybe outside of the capital city, you'll be buying it for something around $9 or maybe $9.30 or maybe $9.50 because of the how it just look, the how things look from the one, up to now, the how it been. So again, yes, the capital city was still buying red for around 2004, 2005. That's the price here. Some places, yes, indeed, 3,450.
Moment that change well, the other 2004, 2005 story. Now,
yeah, so that means because mind you, the US rate now as we speak is around 195.5. Some places is 196. So that means if you divide that, you will be. Let me go straight to that because I know when someone say, "Oh, Melbourne or get a red press up on Nui or this and that." So it's 3,450 divided by 196. It will be around $17.60 according to my own calculation. But some places is around 4,000 or maybe 3,008, 3,000. Or the prices are just very steep.
Wait now. You're confusing all. Some people say in Salaye they paying 4,700. So that means the red press, wherever you are, the people can just decide to just increase it.
And that's just the fact. The business people they decide on how they want to sell.
So the first thing, Steve, the business people will leave from Monrovia to Bond Mines. They have to add interest on the rest. Even the gasoline right now, a gallon of gasoline is $840. A diesel gallon is $1,000 Liberian here. So
that $840, how much now?
840 divided by 193 at the gas station. The only gas station will get here.
So only one gas station in that whole place.
One gas station, renowned gas station. Beside that, all the other men that can ball.
Okay. Go ahead.
So now the problem we're facing here. So if the business person go and buy their goods, they will add their own thing there.
Okay. Well, Monk, what say you from the inconsistency in pricing that you are seeing? I know in America and other countries in the Western world they have fluctuations, but at least there is a stable price that the government put up daily. I know the government. I read something. They put up. I think the gas was 400 and change. So I'm confused about the fluctuation in prices. But Mom, before you react quickly, let me ask Sheku. Sheku, I'm at the gas press on that side of play you at on the in the southeast, and what's going on in the southeast, and what the rice press there too.
The gas price here, $1,000, and the rice still remain 3,800.
Okay, the rice price still remain 3,800. Okay, but Sheku, what's the latest in this from the southeast?
Any new information I will let you know. I mean, we stay like where we are.
Okay, so where are we now?
From yesterday update, brother.
No, we can recall. You know, we have short-term memory, some of us.
Jeremiah also stay opening the roads, the alleys in Zweju since his election. I mean, he promised the people he was going to open the alleys, and that's what he's doing. The proposed street. So even though the rain is falling heavily, but yesterday they are doing their best to see how best they can get the road set up. So that's what happened in presently in Zweju.
Okay. So does that also mean that Jeremiah is getting some of the money, our 22 million that we gave to the Joseph Boakale government to that project, or he doing his own thing? One no.
Accordingly, he's doing his own thing. It's not the 22 million. The 22 million project, the guys came from River Jiwe and they just reached to Zweju. Like I said the other day, they're done with their side and they gone back. They're only waiting to see whether they got any new spot, then they come and face it. Because according to what we heard, the guys will be on the road throughout until the rainy season ends, so that the road will be in a movable condition. That's what we know of.
This Jeremiah, is he a representative or the senator in Green?
Jeremiah also can replace. He was the one who replaced the fallen representative Ira Madison Graham, and there was a by-election. Yeah.
So when you say the government can't face the road, now what are they doing? What are they facing? They doing the greater in the road? Now what are they doing?
Yeah, that greater in they're doing right now.
Oh, so that 22 million is just greater.
Yeah, they still greater in the 22 million is still working, and that 22 million is not just the greater, it's still there until the rainy season finish. So any play that bad at the same 22 million is still working in. Go and clear that particular bad play. I had the whole thing looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? I asked that question, Steve. You know, in that country, right, we had a system in that country that used to work before. That's the reason we have public works and we had the rural development, and then it came with this developmental superintendent. The reason that you see why every lawmaker want to engage in the whole thing about fixing road, it's not the job of a lawmaker to fix road. But guess what? When you can find your way in the system, when you can get funding, then you can award contracts to people so you can get kickbacks. So now every lawmaker want to be in the developmental project. If that is the case, then why is the essence of the rural development? Why is the essence of the public works ministry? Why is the essence of the developmental superintendent that we're supposed to be having? We're supposed to be having in the various counties, because that is their duty. That's why they lay for. But unfortunately now, our lawmakers are the one playing. They get hand pump here and there. Some of them paying their own retirement or university or colleges or what they call it. And now they are the one into the road business, because that's where you can steal the most money. So when you want to win a district, you promise people, you go and take out loan, because you know at the end of the day, you will hustle and bustle and be able to replace those funds that were borrowed. So that's why it is. So the people who supposed to be doing that job, and they are being kicked out, because at the end of the day, it's all about disbursing contract and what you can get back in return in kickbacks. That's exactly what happened in Liberia everywhere. So everything is rule. That's why you see they were giving Georgia a bad road medicine. No, Georgia is not interested in paying good road. Georgia is interested in awarding more contract so that the money for the roads end up back in his pocket. So you go to community, the other rural, like you don't get it. The average voter just don't understand the game. And you explain it to them, they will just never figure it out. That's why you steal the most money from the Liberian government when you engage in the road. But when you look at the quality of the road, you look at the roads, every year the same thing, every rain season you get worse. That's why they're telling you the 22.4 million if for rehabilitation will wait when it's poor here and there. Guess what? They give the contract, no bidding. The money ends up back in the pocket. They will steal it, because at the end of the day, how can you tell after the rain season or before the rain season, oh, which road is not doing well? And at the end of the day, they are just grading the road. It's not like they are building the road. They just come maybe run the yellow machine over it, and that money is gone in breeze. That's just the business model in Liberia.
That's very interesting, but that's a criminal mindset, though. That's a deceptive mindset. That's a very unsafe, dubious way of treating your own people. But speaking about that, folks, we want to bring you up to speed. On SKTV, we reported yesterday, and we stand with our reportings. The senators lied. All the senators who pull up anything on Facebook, anywhere, about the money that they received in Grand Bassam for that retreat and what they did there, is a lie. It's a blatant lie, including Senator Yombli Kanga Lawrence, who I refer to as Ashim the Senate. She lied. She's a blatant liar. Anybody want to say I disrespect her because I call her liar, that's fine. That is your view. I'll respect it, but she lied. And if I were her, I would take down that lie and apologize to the Liberian people. She lied. Followed by her friend, Senator Ashim, my mother, Garas Delon. They don't know nobody get certification in lying. He's a liar, certified liar, an unrepented liar. He lied yesterday. He lied too. Amara Kone, Senator Budget Shaw, for the most recent person to join a lying group. He been lying. He lied during any time. He lying again. Senator Amara Kone, he lied. And all of them knowingly lied to the public and to the Liberian people. When you see them passing, boo them, they are liars. I encourage you to boo them, they are liars. Public officials shouldn't be lying to the public. They're liars. All three of them are liars. The rest of the group who have not said anything yet, in Liberia, we can make it common. We say silent means consent. If you are in a Senate, I saw what he mean a video of Edwin Snow. He admitted that they took the 10,000. It still doesn't make it good. Let me say this before we get into the conversation today. You got a bunch of criminals on your hand in our country. I know someone say, oh, use the word criminal, it's too harsh or whatever it is. What else am I supposed to call them? What else am I supposed to say? What else I'm supposed to say? How am I supposed to refer to them? You have a bunch of criminals on your hands, folks. The people who are supposed to be leading you, they are taking away from you and from the future of your children and yourself. They'll be standing there waiting for Jesus to come and free you. Come on, not stand up to them. Come on, not rise up to the occasion. You shouldn't stand up to them. Just sit down there. Jesus will come and free you. Yeah? Jesus come and do the thing what he's doing to come free you. Just sit down there. Just sit down there. Let the poor enrich themselves. Let them enrich themselves. Send their children into good school. Prepare the children to come again and take over. Then you are the slave to be singing behind them. Imagine your pa and your mom sing behind your Kanga Lawrence. Your Kanga Lawrence children come. Your own children then come and sing behind your own children too to put in the power that the circle you're in there. Just sit down there. Just sit down there. Just sit down there. You'll be defending them. Yeah? You'll be defending them. They part they're living great. Go ask them what the children are. Go ask them where are the children? The children are in Liberia. You can't afford for your children to go to school. So the young Kanga Lawrence divine 10,000 year, 3,000 year to senator there. When you put all that money together, it can help do something for the country to alleviate some of the suffering for our mothers, our sisters, and our fathers who are struggling. But now they finish dividing all the money. They say they went borrow another money again. They finish dividing for one money themselves. They went borrow another money again. That's it. And when they pass in this time, their wheelchair they can be up. They in AC car. They can speak to you. They know you. Just sit down there. But monk, my man, we are in some serious trouble as a country. We are hearing of the House of Representatives are also planning their own retreat. What say you?
Well, that's why I'm telling you, we will have to take a day to to analyze the budget, because these things, they are explicitly They are in the budget. They are explained thoroughly. But I keep telling you, the way business is done in Liberia, the vast majority of people don't pay attention. They don't go by the line by line item to see where they got operate. These people have awarded themselves $2.2 million just for lubricant and fuel amongst themselves, the legislature. Now, the lubricant and fuel that they broke it down into two categories just to find way more money to steal. Then for their own personal generators, they pour $192,000, almost $200,000. That's close to $250,000 just for their generators. I ain't talking about the one that they will use for their vehicle, their own personal generator. In the budget, they put it there. But you know what? I don't want to go through that because they themselves, they got something in their budget to call constituent visit. Everything is paid for already. They broke it down. So once the Senate is going in a particular trend, then you can expect that those other guys want their share of what the Senate got. That's why I told you, if you follow the politics in Liberia, every time you get the upper house giving a pass, the lower house will also want to carry on an investigation, right? Because they want their fair share of the power. I give you a typical example with the whole thing about the 22.4 million, how contracts were awarded, how there was no competitive bidding, and the senator said they were going to give those guys a pass, they will pardon them, right? Now, the House is calling for their own investigation too, because they know it was stolen funds. So if you're going to go to the Senate and give them their own brown envelope, and you're going to get a, how they call it, a pass or a pardon, the people in the lower house too, they also have oversight responsibilities, so they want their fair share. That's why I keep telling you, it was the reason that your Supreme Court Chief Justice said, you know what, we know how this game is played. This is an elephant meat, the Chinese buffet. It's only circulating between the executive and the legislative branch. Us too, we want our fair portion of it. It's the same thing. One group called for an investigation that they won't prosecute him, but they won't recommend any prosecution. Those guys go over there, they pretend like they're going for hearings, that they're going to give accountability, and the other group will say, you know what, you are pardoned. So the lower house to want to duplicate the same game. It's all about what you can do. I can do better between the two houses. So they will go down to the lower house too and pay their fair share. And that case without natural death, like always.
I want to bring a point that might sound very strange, but on SKTV, we like to initiate a conversation. We don't shy away, we're not having a conversation. Monk, the role of Abbott Chie under President George Weah's administration proved to be that Abbott Chie was part of the group of people who were safoing and squandering monies. As evidenced by that, Abbott Chie. Mr. Cannon, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're still trying to get hold of Yekeh up until now. I don't think we have gotten any update.
All right, let me check on him.
Yes, please. So while we're waiting for Mr. Cannon to give us some update about Yekeh, I'll put him on mute to see here. Abbott Chie got sanctioned. Do you think it will be fair for Senator Yekeh Lawrence to get sanctioned because of a current rule, the lavishing of resources given by America? And let me say this before Monk can answer. Let me say this: many of you saw Edwin Snow doing that thing where they were passing around talking about the signing World Economic Crime Code, venting how America hasn't helped them. America does not help Liberia or whatever it is. That's not true. When America get the money, they can distribute it among themselves. When America get the money, they can steal it and put it in a bank account, give it to the women and the children and to benefit the children and the women. They see Edwin Snow man I was talking that day, all the big money he was making. He took the 10,000. When America gave money for it to benefit y'all, to benefit the country, for them to do what is right for the country, they take that same money and distribute it among themselves. They say illegal. They use criminal means to put the money in the budget, to take the money out, to put it in the pocket for it to not benefit you. So no, America has been supporting Liberia. In fact, America is the biggest supporter of Liberia. Don't let none of them fool you. My question to you guys: Abbott Chie was sanctioned based on a role in the Senate and how monies were moved for corruption and other things. Senator Yekeh Lawrence has engaged into the same thing 5 months after being elected as Senate Pro Tem. Let me hear your views. Do you think Senator Yekeh Lawrence should be sanctioned? Let me go to Monk, you'll be the last. Sheku Ben in and out. Sheku, Let me hear from you quickly. What say you? But we don't want to ask direct question. We're not here to go around the bush.
Yeah, before we go to that, before we go to that, I'll send you something just now when Mong was talking about, we don't have no clear, information about legislative budget. But I just sent you something. We could take a clue
But so
that.
With the fifth. You got two number, eh? Are you sending me the other thing on the other number because I didn't want to click on it?
Yeah.
Are you right?
Just check that quickly. I just send it to you, Steve.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. Send you now.
So I want us to look at each rep. Don't talk about the speaker for now. Don't talk about the Senate pro tempore. Each lawmaker under the 50th legislature. And if there has been a change, we know that there is a change. You will actually get to know the kind of money and benefit these people are getting inside there. So I think that effect, if Yekeh comes today, Yekeh may be able to tell us whether it's no longer affect them that are in the 55th legislature. But just let's take a
let me share with Monk. I'll share with Monk real quick. I'll share with Monk here so that Monk can have that document. Monk, I shared it you on WhatsApp. If you
Monk, just look at it. Just look at it and let's let the people to know what's happening.
But let's answer the general question first before we come to the budgeting part. The general question. I think this particular information that was sent out is critically important.
Steve,
but let's yes.
1 second, did you send the link to Yekeh?
No.
But how do you expect the man to come on?
I couldn't expect the man to come on because the conversation we had.
It doesn't matter. The man said the rest say going to come on the show on Friday. So once you create the link, just send it to him. Then now after that, you check it on him. No problem. I'll take care of that.
I'll send it right now.
Yeah. Now when you can moving forward, anybody that promised to come on, once you create the link, just send a link to them. So that they may not be available to take the call, but once they get the link, they can jump on anytime.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Sheku, go ahead, please.
All right. For me, for now, I'll still say this. I don't want to be too fast to say let this person get sanctioned by the United States or whosoever, because every single person that they will sanction, if you look at it carefully, it has some negative effect on the government as early as we are right now in this leadership. So if you look at the U.S. government, it was not from the beginning that Senate pro tempore Albert Chie got sanctioned. They gave him some long rope to prove himself that he is not the kind of person apparently people felt or thought he was. So censoring these people.
So what are the negative effect? Can you please get a negative effect? What do you mean when you say negative effect on the government? What does that mean? In relation to them stealing from their own people and taking away from their own people and making the people to rotten and suffer in abject poverty. What are you talking about?
First thing, this is what's going to happen. Senate pro tempore now get a sanction. Is investor already afraid to come to the country,
right?
To employ countless numbers of people in our country to work. Then you find the Senate pro tempore right now being sanctioned. I want you to tell me who is brave to come and work. Not just being sanctioned for anything, but being sanctioned for corruption.
Right.
Who is brave to come and meet with these people to say they want to work? Because every big concession have to pass through them.
So let me ask you just a follow-up question. So who's supposed to be concerned of the ramification of those corrupt attitude? Is it the people that's supposed to be concerned about that, or the people who are actually engaging in art, knowing the fact that engaging in corruption, engaging all those dubious art will have some consequences? Who should be concerned about the ramification of the action? Is it the people?
I'm not saying this.
I'm asking you now. Yeah, who's supposed to be concerned about that? Because people who are supposedly to be should be sanctioned are the ones that's supposed to be concerned about their action and do what is right to avoid all of those things. Or you must should be concerned about the effect or the backlash of their action on the country? Who's supposed to be concerned about that?
They should be more concerned than you and myself.
Okay.
They should be very more concerned than you. But sometimes, look, Mr. Kane, if you're trying to kill, what's the animal name? You have to give it enough water. The cat, you have to give it enough water to drink so that it gets weak. If the cat is sensitive enough to know that the water in that particular stuff and you pour sardine and pour oil over it, instead of drinking the water, it better for it die by itself. It better leave that water and go away. Youngly and the rest of the team, they should come to their senses, if they are not to their senses by now, to know that the same rope that can hang monkey, it can hang baboon. So if they are not careful in their dealings, it has an effect on them, not only on them, but even the family people that they do have other places that they feel that, look, if they sanction me in Liberia, my family people will be okay. It will be a very bad signal for them. So I just like, for now, I don't know, it's too early for now.
Okay, so for now it's too early. Thank you. Let's hear from Melbourne. Melbourne, what do you say?
Yeah, so to that, for me, I think, thank God our international panel, they are following. So even every other crime that maybe that they will commit, it should be punished for that, because no time to waste. Because mind you, if you waste the Liberian people time in the name of, oh, let's give them small time, they just come in. So you want to see the country sinking maybe into the deep valley before punishing people? I would say no. So if the name be for be sanctioned by now, for me, then be sanctioned. Because if you don't sanction these people and you wait for them to do the worst things, that means Liberia may let them go back to where we don't want for Liberia to go. Because mind you, we fought 14 years since the war without no here and tear. And today, after the war, we expect the life of our people to be better. And we expect the country to be better. But not new. This is, it's not frustrating for me. It's just terrible for our people to see that people want to war just because of all of these things. And after the war, you now have a peaceful country, to see the people behaving even more than ever before, more than what happened. So let them be sanctioned. No need for even wasting of time.
Thank you. Let's hear from Lawrence. Let's hear from Lawrence. Sekou Kana will be the last to react to this. Let's hear from Lawrence.
Well, Steve, at least the international community is following Liberia politics very closely. So all the things that people doing, at the end of the day, it will catch them. Because when you look at the whole thing, election day, Steve, in the country, it can be easy. Thousands of people will go stand under the sun to vote for people, thinking that the people will do better. And at the end of the day, they can chocolate the whole thing. Look how a man boy go sit down spoon talk. Look how the thing that the man are talking that day. The thing is very much frustrating. I listen to the other people say God game. When God gave me long like 2020 now, I'm not going to vote. In fact, I'll just go take the vote. They can sit down on my own. Because people we expect to do the different, they can't do it. So Steve, I am 100% support with Melbourne. It is supposed to go today, let it go. Nobody to keep being insistent, then they chocolate the whole thing for all in the country. We in the rainy season, now you say, my brother. But we God money or
All right, thank you. Let's hear from Monk. Monk, what say you? Sekou is saying that they're not looking good for the government, and Sekou got a point there.
In terms of sanction,
Yeah, do you think it is fair, like using the rule of thumb that our chair was sanctioned? He was
Yes.
Senate Pro Tem. Do you think it's fair game for Youngly to be sanctioned now?
it is fair game, but I'm not the one that can call for sanctions. The people who can slap sanctions on our, elected officials, they're the one who use their own benchmark to be able to slap sanctions. But from my observation, I know they are all of the same cloth. They are doing exactly the same thing. They rip the people off. They create the budget. They bamboozle the average voter in Liberia. They put all kind of incentive in the budget, entertainment, fuel for generator, fuel for their home, traveling allowances, and a constituent visit. Why Sekou send just a summary? It's the same budget. Somebody just took the most important figure and split it into the pro tem, the speaker, and the rest of the individual lawmaker. That what that particular, how to call it, I would say, document is all about that he sent that you just shared with me. But it's the same old playbook. Look, from the date of Madame Salih or leadership to Georgia, the only thing that changed in Liberia is the figure. They just photocopy the same budget. When you look at Liberia budget going back to 2006, you won't see nothing. It's almost like using Madame Salih's budget as a template and just changing the figure on the line by line item. Georgia did the same thing, and Joseph Baga is doing exactly the same thing. There is nothing different. So if you want to tell, because I know the budget is the biggest instrument in the government, that's where you can, that's the financial interpretation of your vision when you become president. If you are telling me that you are using the same script from Madame Salih administration up to now, then it means there was no need of high election. It means you're not coming with new ideas, because the budget alone explains everything. If you are just going to be changing figure here and there, then why is the essence? Then there is no need, because it's almost like a website builder. You get one template for a website, and anybody that can do, any customer that can get the same thing. Only thing you changing few words on the side, but it use the same format, the same design, the same script, everything you get rid of. It gets exactly wash, rinse, and repeat. Wash, rinse, and repeat. But yet you want to tell me that one guy came with a general they call pro government, and another guy is telling me that he came with something they call arrest. But when I go look at the budget, same old thing, same line by line item, except for changing the figure and to manipulate, to steal more money here and there.
Okay, thank you, Mo. Mr. Kane, let me push the question a little further. I know I asked a general question for the public and also for the panelists to react to it. Most recently, we saw, and that was a little, I don't know, I won't use the word modified version of sanctions from the US, where in this time around, they didn't just sanction the people, but if they had any relatives in the US, they were asking them to also leave. Do you think similar things should fall on any government official, whether regardless of the branch of government you're working on, and specifically in the Senate pro tem, which is Senator Yomdi Kangalore? Do you think similar measures, similar punishment should be used for her and the rest of the senators who are stealing, embezzling, misusing and misappropriating the Liberian people money that is given by taxpayers, especially you and I, Monk, and other people who live in the US who work hard, who pay our money daily, but they're just using it to benefit themselves and lavishly? What say you?
Oh, thank you so much, Steve. First of all, as always, I want to say thank you to all of you. Maybon, Lawrence, Monk, Sekou Kroma, and you for keeping the platform moving. We are doing great. You should be proud of yourself. I know the feedbacks I'm getting, when it comes to SKTV performance. And to all our friends, followers, and well-wishers and supporters, I want to say thank you to all of you for continuing doing what you're doing. SKTV, we are the best in the country currently. We say that with no equivocation, because we have many people listening to us in Liberia more than any other platform. Don't mind the Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, but people follow the radio station more than any other platforms. So we are in all the countries. We are in. We are even beyond Liberia. So that is that's something that I'm very proud of, and I want to commend all of you for being the reason for that milestone. I was listening and I heard Maybon saying that when you were giving the update on news, he said they are getting information about the lower house getting their share of the $10,000. I'm not sure if that's the news. We broke the news yesterday. SKT broke that news here yesterday.
Yes.
That's not news. And for us, it's news, maybe news for other people, but we broke the news yesterday, and we let the country know that it was, since 2005, 2006, you've been receiving that money. They call it constituents visit. That is different from the other 30,000 they don't think they call it constituency engagement. That one is different. This one, the 10,000 have been there throughout.
Yeah,
all of them been getting it. Like most of our people, we don't read line by line items, on this budget, but this thing being there, but people were too lazy to read, and a lot of people don't even read, and they don't read with comprehension. So people find it difficult to understand. I just want to clarify that. So, Steve, with regards to people being sanctioned, like Monk, I'm not, in the position to tell who should be sanctioned, who should not be sanctioned. And the United States, they have their own policy and they have their own way of doing things when it comes to decision making. And remember the last time they modified the sanction
Mm-hmm.
from just being sanctioned, but to also went extra mile to prosecute those who committed corruption act or any act that led to the sanction. And if it affects the United States, they will make sure they pick you up. They will prosecute you. They will not just sanction you and just let allow. Because what happened, they have the experience with Liberia when all those guys were sanctioned under President Weah, they did nothing with it. You could hear the frustration in the voices of American, leaders, American diplomats, especially the one that went to Liberia, whether it was Van Schaack or it was the Chargé d'Affaires, they all expressed their, frustration and disappointment in the Liberian government for not prosecuting those, who were sanctioned for corruption in the country. And those corruption too, they involve American money. And anybody involved in doing anything with American dollars, whether it's money laundering or any act of corruption, they got the
Mm-hmm.
right. The America reserved the right under the legal tenants law to take action against you because it's their money.
Sure.
So if they go extra mile, for the most part, they always say, we're going to sanction this government official and their family. Sometimes they will say, we'll sanction this government official and their spouse. So if they say you and your family, and apparently you have your family here, and the family is sanctioned not to travel to the United States, then definitely they might have to, deport them.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever be the case, I am not a fan of the sanction because for Liberia, sanction has not been effective. It has now worked to benefit the Liberian people. I am for protest. All government officials that are corrupt, from Joseph Nima Boakai to the senators to the House of Representatives, the Liberian people should protest against them. The sanction means nothing. Maggie was sanctioned before he became senator. Maggie is now senator, getting more money, getting corrupt more. Bill Traore was sanctioned when he was nothing. He was just a poor man, whatever. He's now a senator for 9 years. Prince Johnson being sanctioned. Prince Johnson is a kingmaker in Liberia. What's his name? The former Portent, Aboche, is sanctioned. Aboche is one of the decision makers in Liberia. And Mene Nukwe is sanctioned. Nukwe one of the richest person in Liberia. So sanction is nothing when it comes to Liberia. It has not really affected those people who've been sanctioned. It even elevate them to a certain level. So I believe Liberian people, they have the right under the Constitution to change their government, to change their leaders by constitutional means, where they can force anybody out, whether it's protest, whether it's putting pressure on their official to impeach any government official, or they themselves, Liberian people, they can go and occupy that office. They can go there every morning, make the place ungovernable for them every morning. No fighting, no throwing stone. They just go there and sambo, start singing and dancing. For 1 week, you will see a lot will change. Similarly, They see Joseph Barker somewhere, they go there, they tell you, say, bring our money. They disrupt them. You don't have to throw stones, you don't have to break anybody's house, you don't have to attack anybody, you don't have to, make anybody injured or anything. All you need to do is assemble peacefully, peaceably, assemble, which is guaranteed on our constitution that you can do it. So I think the people, when you sanction them, you make them famous. You sanction them, the people who are in Liberia, they call them the electrics, people who can vote. Most of them, they got mud brain. When you sanction somebody, they think that that person is a victim. So they make it look like we versus America. America fighting us. They're fighting our leaders. So if somebody is sanctioned in Liberia, they will play victim to their people, and the people will believe that they are victim. The people who they are suppressing and oppressing will be the one to be defending them. In fact, Jefferson Koji was sanctioned. Let me tell you now about next election cycle. Anything Jefferson Koji runs for, he will get it because he's sanctioned. So they see sanction as promotion for them. The only thing that can change Liberia is Liberian people themselves. America sanction government official is not even any big deal to them. What America can do, that will be a big deal. If Liberian people fail to act, to force their leader to act, put a sanction on the country because they're not serious, because they're not ready yet. When they suffer, that's where the real suffering will come. When they suffer at that point, those who are causing them to suffer, who are the reason why they are suffering, then they will turn to them. They're the one doing it. Then they will take action against their government people. But sanctioning these government officials is nothing. It means nothing to them. It never affected them. It even promote them. When you are right now, I won't go to Liberia. Say when they sanction me, I will go to Liberia. I'll go. Then you'll be the next president or vice president or superintendent or some kind of money looter somewhere. You'll be sanctioned. You make more money. The people come to you and they will sing for you. Sanction, no sanction, will vote for you. Jefferson Koji, next election, if he runs for representative or senator, he will win it because he's sanctioned now. He's a victim. That's how they look at it. People that vote in Liberia, people that are driven by their whole sense of belonging to a political party or a particular tribe or from this country or that country, their brain is not working. Most of them, their brain is not working at all. The problem is, let the sanction affect Liberia, let the Liberian people feel it, then it's a sanction. But any sanction that will make them, popular, make them seem like a victim, it will only increase the stealing and corruption in Liberia.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. So let me ask you guys this question, because and we'll open the line earlier. Like Mr. Kane suggested yesterday, I think it's a very good recommendation. We haven't heard from Yekeh yet. We're still waiting to hear from him. If he comes, great. If not, we'll proceed with the show. Let me ask.
He didn't pick up, so
okay. Let me ask you guys this question. At this stage, do you believe that Liberia as a nation should be sanctioned? Because let me lay the context for this quickly. Because the taxpayer monies that are sent or allocated or provided by the US and other partners, they're not yielding the fruit. For example, most recently, Goodings or Giddings, whatever you want to call the name is, the Minister of Public Works, they're just forgiving. They're just forgiving for 22 million. So do you think Liberia as a nation should be sanctioned? And I will even go as far as saying all government officials.
I mean, I think
I want to go to the other people first. I want you to be the last to speak on this.
Okay.
Lawrence, are you there? Okay, Bilbo, let's hear from you quickly. Do you think all government officials, including Liberia, should be sanctioned at large?
So, if you say all government officials should be sanctioned, or maybe especially those that commit crimes, then I will agree with you. Or to say Liberia should be sanctioned, then no, because why you though, if anything that having to do with sanction of Liberia, or maybe sanction the entire country, then I mean you are maybe trying to maybe create more chaos than then how to solve the problem, because we experienced that during the turn of the former president or Charles Gange Taylor, where he was sanctioned, and there were so many things that went on here where there were no international connections, nothing was happening. The only thing that was going on here, that was only rice, the job bring rice, and the people were being tortured, people, a lot of violation or so on. So, no, for me, I will not support the entire country to be sanctioned, but I will support those maybe who will commit crime, or those who may likely maybe corrupt the Liberian people to be sanctioned, then the entire country to be sanctioned. So I will not maybe agree to that for the entire country to be sanctioned, but I will agree for those who commit crime to be sanctioned.
Okay, Lawrence, what say you? Lawrence?
Well, Steve, I'm in support of what Melvin just said. I would not say the country should be sanctioned because we don't want to feed away. The guys ain't already getting money. So people who are for, wicked acts should be sanctioned, not the country. Because when the country is sanctioned, my brother, a possible say will not be on the show because we'll be locked out here. So we those who have been caught, out, they can be sanctioned, not the entire country, Steve. I'm not in support of that.
Okay, those who are caught in the act, not the entire country. Shego Kroma, are you there? Okay, let's hear from Monk. Monk, what say you?
I keep saying it's one of the reasons I say the educational aspect of democracy. Democracy is not just going to the ballot and casting a ballot. It's one of the most complicated form of government if you understand the actual meaning of democracy. When you come to the Western world, when you come to the U.S. believe that the people are the one in charge of their country. They make decisions. The reason sanctions exists is the very same reason a guy like Milburn and Lawrence said, no, we don't want that. The U.S. know that when you elect a president who's engaged into criminal activity, including his able-bodied lieutenant, it will be against democratic principle to just come and use that United States superpower to remove them from there. What they do, they got so many tools in the bag that they can use to remove that leader, even if the people don't want to remove them. And sanction happen to be one of the tools in that box. The U.S. government believes that if they put sanction on you, they will turn the people against the elected official. That's just a way of putting pressure on you, the voters, to remove them. Because you won't want to be sanctioned, because when your country is sanctioned, it affects you one way or another. So it's just one of the leverage that the U.S. government or any other Western government will use against a particular country and the people. Because the thing with sanction, you give the Biotari situation, you give the Magio situation. Like, how can the U.S. even navigate the thing about sanction? What is the logic at this stage? Because you are saying that these people are corrupt. They are corrupt, but you keep electing them. And when you keep electing them, it means that you are endorsing that behavior. That's just what it means. So it means you are undermining the U.S., who you are also calling to kind of bring sanction. Yeah. So if the U.S. be like, what? I don't think it's even worth the time. I keep saying it. Look, Steve, when you follow global politics, you will know what they call strategic importance. I tell people, Liberia is just a transactional partner. We are not a strategic partner because there is no need to keep wasting resources in the country where the people who are being abused are the same enabler of the folks that are abusing them. This guy was just a regular government official. I would say in the executive branch. And now you made him senator for 9 solid years to come and make laws that will govern your life. So how can the U.S. even implement the sanction? It's useless. It must sound radical to a certain extent. The most effective sanction, which will never happen, I know, will be diaspora Liberians. It will be the most effective sanction, but we'll not even call for that because in Liberia, it will open a can of worms. It will be the most effective sanction because if you look at the whole economy of Liberia, the day the diaspora turn her back on Liberia, within 90 days, I'm talking about economic and financial strength, that country will cease to exist. It will be the most important sanction in the history of Liberia. But I'm not going to be the one calling for that because I know they will be having a gun. But for the US, no, I don't think. And these guys are even telling now they can even say evade sanction. They got ways that they can overhaul it from Syrian Island, how he been living a best of life. He even lived better than people in America, even though he been on sanction for more than 30 years. Can you imagine that? So if the average Spring Johnson or Garland McGill or the Butaro hears that, what do you think? It's not going to move them. So, and the thing is, even if you want for the US to tighten her grip with sanction, how can the same people be voting for those people that you want to put sanction on? It makes no sense. Let me give you one instant. Steve, and second, when you go to an office or depot and you go and buy a rim of paper, maybe it'll cost you anywhere between $7 to $8.99, right? I'm talking about the one that got more than 100 plus sheet. If you buy the entire box that come with at least more than 5 or 6 parcels, because you know they get a plastic wrap around the rim of paper, it will cost you nothing. It will cost you nothing less than, let's say, maybe 25 or 30 bucks. Okay, that's just common. That's just basic assumption. If you are going to look at Fonanti Kofa and give Fonanti Kofa 15,000 United States dollars just for stationery, how do you justify that? Yes, that's just one instant. Let me give you another thing. The average car that is being produced will give you at least up to 10 years of warranty. Let's assume because of bad road condition and all the tough weather condition in Liberia, right? Does it justify giving the speaker 40,000 US dollars just for car repair? Right? So when you add 40,000 to 15,000 for stationery,
That's 65.
That's 65. That's just it. Let me give you another instance. If you look at printers, banners, and publication and books, if you call Amazon for the average book now, no matter which subject matter, whether it's science, whether it's about religion, you're not going to, they got low cost, they got paperback, then they get hardback. You know that what can happen. Some people can even say order it on Kindle so you can read a book electronically, right? It will not cost you nothing more than 150 bucks. But guess what? Guess how much the speaker was giving for that? They gave me another $12,000. So put $12,000 to $65,000 just on stationaries and books in a country where people are living in abject poverty, more than 3.5 million out of 5 million. But that's the country for you. And people will come here to justify. The same people you will come here for to advocate for every day, to open their eyes. Look, nobody is calling for a rebellion in Liberia. Just do something different. Just hold it, got to stand up and be. Look, that's why they got something they call referendum. They got something they call petition politics. That people can. I say in Liberia, we don't understand democracy. Man. We claim to practice democracy, but the average voter in Liberia does not even know the system of government that he practices. Because if we actually knew it, this thing won't be happening in the country.
Thank you, Monk.
Yeah.
Mr. Kane, let's come to you. Sekou Kroma just show. Let's hear from Sekou Kroma. We'll come to use Sekou Kane, please. Sekou, what is your take? Do you think the entire nation should be sanctioned, including those corrupt government officials, or nothing should happen?
God forbid. If Liberia is sanctioned, it bring untold suffering to this country. So the country shouldn't be sanctioned. Like I said previously, I still stand by my words, and I beg whoever on the platform hearing me. That's my own view. Don't come and be cussing me or saying something against me. Liberia is a country where we are seriously suffering, mainly from bad leadership. If they sanction people, they should be able to prosecute them. Then others will be afraid. If they sanction people and don't prosecute them, anybody will do the worst and go relax themselves and enjoy the wealth that they have accumulated from the poor people. So my problem now is not about censoring the country. All right? No. But the Constitution gave the citizen in this country the right to do something. It's just like they overdo it. I just listened to Sekou when he was speaking. Article 17 of the Liberian Constitution says you have the right to peaceably assemble. Like what Sekou said just now, if Liberian people gather, not to block roads, because when you block road, you are impeding the movement of other ordinary citizens and even making other ordinary citizens to feel afraid to move out. Schools will be closed. But the very people who are involved in these kind of things, extreme, you have 15,000 persons in the compound of the legislature. That particular Capitol building, you got 10,000 persons sitting down there. You're not suspending the Constitution because you don't got the power to do so. But no work. Even when they're passing, they see people sleeping there over and over. There will be a serious call. There will be a serious signal sent out to the international community that something is happening in this country and we need to intervene. So if there is a need to intervene immediately, they will intervene like the way despite it was the wartime, despite it was the rebel, insurgency period, where George Bush intervened when he saw thousands of Liberians in the street and telling Charles Taylor, go, we're tired with you. The next day, what George Bush said, Charles Taylor must calm down and he must calm down now. Okay. Don't block those. Don't do this. Or go and disturb these people by just sitting down, they pass, they see you. They will not work. They will have nothing to do. They themselves will get the sense in their head to say, we're not treating these people good. But you see our problem? Our problem is all of us, the legislature, the representatives and senators, they have made us to be belly-driven people. That if we don't go to them to ask them for a handout, we will not have food in our homes to eat. And this is why they normally sign Booker's agreement. This is why they normally sign crazy things so that we keep suffering and living only on their pocket or in their pocket to beg them.
Okay.
So let the people come out. If they can come out and say, look, let's tell the people they're not going to work. If they find out that the president is doing the same thing, they say you must go protest. They say go cook in front of the executive marshal. No. Just sit down peaceably. Allow people to pass. People can go. Don't block the road. Don't do this. Don't do that. But your sitting will send a strong signal to the international community. But they should not censor the barrier. I'm not praying God for that.
Okay. Mr. Kane, what say you? Sekou Nkrumah said it should do a sit-in. Monk said, everybody got a different view here, which I found.
So we are such an interesting country and people. I think everybody said the same thing. They all agreed that the people in the country suffer from bad governance, from bad leadership. But what they fail to realize, your bad governance and bad leadership, if it could only affect you in Liberia there, that's something else. But if your bad behavior, your bad leadership go across the globe and affect some international norms, you have no say as to what decision people should take against you. Because you have let go your right to take action. In fact, to answer your question directly, if I were the one with the gavel in my hand, Liberia as a country will be sanctioned today. Today, if I had the gavel in my hand. The people who are destroying the country, they are not the ones doing it, Steve. The same people who say that they're suffering, the Melbourne, the Lawrence, or the Sekou, they are the ones destroying the country, because you can't say these are the people destroying our country and they keep voting for the same people every day, every day. Then you are a bunch of liars. You are not being honest to yourself, not to your children, not to their children. The Liberian people, they're not suffering. Anything that will make them to take that action That's what you have to put on them. Sanction the entire country. Let me tell you, like Mon talk about economic sanction, especially from the diaspora, Liberians. You know what sanction will happen? We know what kind of sanction we're talking about here. America not going to go and start beating everybody. America not going to say you're not eat again. You know what America will do? Anything they have power over to control. Western Union will not do business in Liberia. Money grain will not go there. Same way will not send money there. Everything they can control. No shipment will come from America to go there. Say you're stupid. You will be voting for bad people every day, then blaming the same people for your suffering. When you the one have the decision to make, then you want to blame the people. The people are not the problem. And now, okay, let's say people are the problem. Now I'm not going to try to sanction them. Nothing working. Why don't you try to sanction other people then too? The country. You understand what I mean, Steve? Not to sanction the people that we blame. We all blame. Nothing working. You are even campaigning for them using the sanction. So since now we're blaming two people, we're blaming the people who are in leadership, but people who are making them leaders, for fighting for them, insulting us for them, campaigning for them, doing everything for them. Let's sanction those people then let's see what happens if something will change. Because you have two options. The first option is to sanction those who are, in the vanguard of spoiling things, destroying the country, stealing the money. In fact, at some point involving in money laundering. And let me tell you something. Everything that's supposed to make Liberia to be sanctioned are presented. And America got everything at their disposal. Money laundering, that one is skyrocketing in Liberia. Drug dealing, to the point where America call your attention to drugs coming into your country. $100+ million worth of drugs. Liberia being used as a central point, as a distribution center of drugs. Drug cartels are in leadership. Even at some point, some president are also in bed with drug cartels benefiting millions of dollars. America is aware of those things. America is in possession of those things. Let me tell you something. The owner of Liberia will be faced. Liberia got to face sanction because we are proven to not be good human beings. We can't say, oh, the people are corrupt. Oh, the other people there, the leader there, they got to sanction them. They got to sanction them for what? The one that not sanction, they steal money. The one that when they sanction them, you made them leader. The good people, you insult them, you destroy them. People that want to come and help you, you say they are bad people. People that are corrupt, stealing your money every day, you say those are the good people. Why shouldn't you be sanctioned? If you're stupid, then they sanction you. You suffer, then you come back to your senses and do the right thing. So if you ask me, Steve, everything that's supposed to make a country to be sanctioned exists in Liberia. Money laundering, corruption, drug trafficking, everything, there. Mysterious death of people. We don't have a country. We do not have a country. We have a bunch of criminals, and the people that are voting for them are like animals. Because animal, you beat the animal right now, you do whatever to the animal, you can bring water to that animal will rush to you again and start putting their mouth in that water. They prefer, instead of you taking that animal to the lake to go drink, they would prefer you putting something on them, they will rush to you again. Our voters are the problem. Liberian people are the problem for themselves. No disrespect. I'm just being honest. Liberia deserves to be sanctioned. So people who are voting for the corrupt officials, they themselves, if I got about protesting, you know why I say protest, Steve? If these people, if they know they were suffering, they will protest. But because they're not suffering, that's why they are relaxed. They invite, in fact, defending the corrupt people, And in fact, when you're sanctioned, then they make you celebrate it. They vote for you when you're sanctioned, thinking that America is against them. So let America take action against them directly. So let them feel it. Let them know what it means to have a country being sanctioned. So yes, if I had the gavel in my hand today, Liberia will be sanctioned today. So that
Thank
they
you, Mr.
can learn their lesson.
Thank you, Mr.
Gentlemen, today is Friday on SKTV. To our listening audience, our viewers and supporters from around the world. And you know, traditionally what we do on SKTV. So I'm just reminding you, I think Sekou will put on our screen our regular Zelle and Cash app. Today is Friday, and you know what's up. Today is a heated discussion, and we'll hear from the callers too. But go ahead, Steve. I get one to remind.
Thank you, Monk. Thanks for the reminder. Sheku, can you please help out with some calls to hear from our people back home, please?
081 14 35 04 07
conversation.
105 081 14 35 04 0776 105 105. Let's hear you if you are out there and want to be a part of the program this evening hour. Let's take this pricing. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
Your name, where you calling from?
My name is Papa and I call from Pakata Greenwood.
Welcome, Papa. Let's hear you.
I am very happy that Sekou, Mom, and Steve have got to realize the nitty-gritty of our problem, which is our first, the voters. Now, to solve this problem, it is not by demonstration, but the first thing is we need patriotism. We need one Liberia, one mind to move forward with this issue. No unity party, no division, no this and that. Everybody should become one in understanding on how to handle the issue. Because if there is a means to establish a court to force these people to come to answer to things that they have done, that America has sanctioned them, you are the same people who always say, we wanting this and that. And we propose to let you know now that it is not any wish hunting. Now, the second thing is, we know formally that Liberia, you flag the new mat on the old one. You put on the old mat. The old mat in the house, they are immaterial. So the very united party now cannot do too much.
Okay.
We are the same people who voted them. So what we need to do is to come together as one unit, one Liberia, and we come on thinking that the mistake we made, we need to correct it.
Thank you.
Either by establishing a court to get these people to be investigated.
Thank you so much. Let's take another pricing. Hello? This pricing. Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Your name, where you calling from?
My name is Calvin.
Calvin, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Thank you for the show. I want to appreciate your studio guest or your panelists.
Mm-hmm.
But something I want to register, sitting down in America, talking, like insulting, talking a lot of things. I mean, I don't think it's fun. You can say we're voting for people, the same people. So you in America, tell me now, who do we vote for? Even you that are in America, you can't today they vote for you, you do the same thing. So you can't sit in America, just talking different insulting words. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll take another pricing. Hello? Keep your calls coming to 081 14 35 04 0776 105 105. Let's hear you. True. This pricing. Hello? Hello? Your name, where you calling from?
Well, thank you, man. This is Pascal David.
Pascal, let's hear you.
Thank you. So let me appreciate all of the panelists. And if somebody is calling for sanctions, I want to agree with the person. Look, what is the possibility of us Liberians soliciting 10,000 senators to have a single representative move from office. Just the actions of the lawmaker in recent times to use over 700,000 in the midst of all of the challenges that people are going through. Electricity is a problem, water is a problem, education is a problem, there is a problem. Yes, in the midst of the suffering matter, 700,000 being used on 10,000. Imagine the country we've got. And somebody is telling me we should not ask for sanctions. When we ask for sanctions, it shows the international community that we are ready, because mind you, these are people who are seated and they're seated on the money. How can we remove them? How can we express our anger? It's just to tell the international world or the community that these people are misleading us. We are not able to remove them because they're already in power. They can use the money to induce people. What is the possibility of taking one lawmaker from over there? Is it possible? In fact, when you even have petition, and it's the lawmaker who's supposed to agree to have one of the colleagues removed. Is it possible? Maybe and the rest of the colleagues? It is not possible. So the only way to do that is to ask the international community to say, please don't give us support. What is the essence of getting support to a country when you are aware that when the support kind of money come in the country, these same people are going to suppress the ordinary people and they're going to have it on the. So I think I agree with one of the panelists who said he wants sanction, and I agree with him. It's not off record to say we want the country to be stagnated. No. But we want to draw the attention of the partners to say, you need to come to our aid. They're born and the rest of the guys. We are suffering on Mr. Black and the government. It's clear.
Thank you.
For the censor in the country. Thank you so kindly.
Let's take another pricing. Hello?
Yeah.
Your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Kolubah, calling from Market City.
Who?
Kolubah.
That's not needed.
That name, I'm a parent.
Who?
Kolubah.
All right, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the topic. I really enjoyed the panel there. But the problem about Liberia is that if you say you sanction the whole country, the Liverpool support, the elected officials, they must sanction them. They will say support because they get the money in their pocket. That's why you're talking. Every single day, they get all that money. Then what we got to do? People don't get together and educate people to pray. How to pray? I think about 100% people praying as well. And clean those people there. Oh, hold them. In the morning, don't forget about politics. They know how they put even the money, even in their pocket. But now we praying against them. You teach people how to pray, what to pray for.
They tell you go get them for politics. Okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. There you go.
Tell them, let's move on. We can waste our time without.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. It's Brown Tati from Monrovia.
Tati, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I listen to you guys and those in the United States. For me, what I would say is we are facing the tyranny of democratic majority. And so because of that, I want to agree with Mon that we need political education, democratic education. Teach people how to vote. Teach people why they should vote. And when you vote, why is the outcome? What's the benefit? That was lacking in our voting pattern. So apparently we vote in alignment of allocationism, tribalism, or religious line, all those kind of things. So for me, I see that if we can do civil society, we call ourselves civil society for democracy, all those one thing, go from village to village, city to city, country to country to educate our people. That when you vote, what will be the benefit that you will get?
Thank you,
if they
Chief.
understand that, they will know exactly how to vote. Thank you so much.
Let's take another one. Hello? Hello? Okay, this pricing. Good evening.
I think you take too much.
Yeah.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, let me say I will echo for Liberia because we the electorate, we don't understand what we want in Liberia because we are the same people who are elected corrupt people who know it's gonna be good for them. That election people come with a sweet more, will come a lot to all we elected then who don't want America to help us. I have sanctions, everybody, including the president, I'm in charge of go Ghana again. Yeah,
Thank you. This person is our last lucky caller. Hello?
Hello,
Your name and where you calling from?
I'm Peter Gosumova. Call from University Center, Lower Market County.
Peter, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Thank you for the show. Right now, I think we are getting somewhere. Cebu is trying to show us now the solution for this country, other than everything Joseph Boakai. We are not only talking about Joseph Boakai, but now we are talking about the solution of the problem. I think someone said that if we all can go to the Capitol building and sit down there, they will call the attention of these people to the Capitol building. Instead of just continue to talk about Joseph Boakai is not in control. Let's try to see the solution of the problem. They're us talking about one person. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, so that's our last lucky caller there.
Thank you.
Take control over to you.
Thank you so much, Sekou. More your reaction will go to Sekou Command and Melbourne and Sekou Kane will be last. What's your reaction to the callers?
It's the same reaction, the same mixed reaction. You call for whether you call for city, it was the same analysis I made on the show concerning the whole thing about the electoral process and the political leaders and people that are competing to be president in Liberia. I said it. Maybe we are just crying more than the bereaved. Because when you call for sanctions, someone said, no, if you call for sanctions, it means you will punish the ordinary Liberian. The question is, which level of suffering you must see before you understand you are suffering? What would be the benchmark for suffering? Because I think you are worse off now. And maybe the sanction might be your saving grace. But if you are telling me that if you call for sanction, then it means the ordinary people will suffer. It means that you are not ready to facing the people who are causing you the tremendous level of suffering. That's exactly what it means. That's why I keep telling you, the same thing will happen when it comes to the presidency. That's why I said, look, if I was running for president in Liberia, I would not lift a finger. Because these people, they will justify their own suffering in Liberia. And they will prove it to you time in and time out. Look, let me tell you something, Steve. When you practice democracy, they get something called a social contract theory. In a democracy, the people are the one in power. But everybody cannot govern themselves. That is why we have government. The people exchange with the government that we are giving you the power so you can run the society. That's what they call the social contract theory. In Africa, mostly we think the people are in power. They are the one that hold power. Now the people who give them the power are the real stewards of power. In the case of Liberia, there is a business model. When you can keep people in poverty long enough, they become slaves to you. Let me give you a typical example in Riverside County where a garlic or Butyre were using 10 and 20 bucks to give it to the average voter. You're looking at 9 years of your life and giving it to a guy who is unsanctioned for 20 bucks. How many days in a month or in a week you can survive over $20? But someone will be willing to do that because the level of extreme poverty that he will ignore the next 9 years of his life and give 9 years to Butyre. Why do you think that is the case? If the people who are in power believe that the only way they can hold on to power is to keep people in agile poverty, why do you think they will want to change that business model? They won't want to change it. And the people who are being affected are not interested in changing it. So at the end of the day, they create their own narrative. Look at a man that never even hold $1 million in his whole career, talking about in net salary. They say he worth 80 million. When in fact, when he was playing soccer was not even making money, but they were justifying it. So maybe we were calling for this thing. Maybe the people in the diaspora or other conscious man like Brenda are calling for the thing. Maybe we are just simply crying more than the bereaved. Because when these people are ready, look, I didn't see Joseph Boga campaigning. You can talk about a new recognition, whether he been in government for 40 years. How much Yekeh Kolubah spent to get the kind of a recognition that he got? Because people consciously decided in his district that, you know what, even though the guy is not buying a t-shirt, he's not spending money on, but we still vote for him. That's the kind of a conscious awakening you will need in the country for something to change. Because you only need an election to get good governance. When you talk about good governance, you change the way government operates. But then the question is, how do you arrive at good governance when the people who are making those choices are not even thinking that direction? It's a waste of time. Whether it's economic, from an economic standpoint, from a political standpoint, it's the same theory. When they are ready, they will do it. They are not ready. So whether you force it or not, nothing is going to change.
Thank you. Melbourne, quickly, let's hear from you. What is your reaction to the callers?
Yeah, well, the same thing like my brother just said, Monk just said, the same thing, nothing much, and the same thing. But I just want to say this to all of us as people, because mind you, after the war, 2003, 2004, there was the TRC, and when TRC came on, there were so many regulations, sanctions, or some of these things that were put into place that stopping some of the warlords from contesting. But again, sometimes this is very deep for me. For some of us, our observation here, even the international community, they also, there are some things that up to now I'm yet to even understand. Because mind you, after the other TRC said that the people that fought war, they shouldn't contest. But when they went to Ghana, when they came back from Ghana, they said, oh yes, there were peace accord and so on, here and there. And after that, Dwayne Johnson, even the former president, Ellen Johnson said, all of them, they even contested and they won. Today, we are suffering. So where is the international community? Where are these same people that put all the ideas together and say, yes, we are carrying peace to Liberia? Where are they? They stood back and they allow all of these people to even contest. Today, again, we are crying. And if you don't be careful, or maybe when we don't mind, I can see us again going back to where we don't want to go. So we got to be careful. The same international community, they got to come back and tell us what we really need to know, or else we may likely go back to some of this, and we don't want to go back to these days because we ourselves, and they were here and they treated us and they did everything that they could do to make sure that Liberia remain peaceful. But again, nothing going, nothing moving, and we are still in poverty after the war. Again, thank you.
Thank you, Melbourne. So quickly, what's your reaction?
I don't buy the sanction. I don't buy the sanction for the whole country because I know exactly what it will do. Like we normally say, ordinary Liberians. We are all ordinary Liberians. And if, as we speak, they bring in economic sanction where you come to realize that banks are not making transactions, ships not coming in the country, you don't have any goods coming, in the country, and you have travel bans. I mean, sanctions don't just go like that. You also have bans on people not traveling out of this particular country, including government officials. So what's going to happen? We are going into a complete and serious trouble. Now, another thing is it will do, in which one will feel that sanction will actually address, is that the citizen will now go against the government. Definitely. The government party now, they will go at them, they will say things to them. And when the government get angry, what happened? You also come to realize that there is this thing they will do, because to protect themselves, they will come in with force. So some people will die in the process. Some people will be haunted in the process. I don't buy the idea of censoring the whole country, but I buy the idea if Liberians can come together, sit down, one place and say, we don't want this thing to happen. If you don't change it, we will not leave from here until you change it. But sanction, I buy the idea of sanction. I'm lying to you.
Thank you, Sekou. Sekou Kroma. Sekou Kane. What's your reaction?
Wow. Say the government will get angry. If professionals on radio can say this, then tell me what others ordinary people will say, Sekou is afraid of government getting angry at the people. Getting angry at the people for what? Because America put sanction on them?
No.
They'll be angry at the people. Or maybe if the sanction, the people reacting to the sanction, then they will get angry at the people and kill their own people? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe yes.
Wow. Okay. Let me say this. That is the reason why Liberia needs to be sanctioned. Because the level of ignorance in Liberia is at the roof. The reason why Liberia should be sanctioned so that the people in Liberia can know their right. So they can also understand that they are their own problem. They are not sanctioning you for any other reason. They are sanctioning you because you don't deserve any good. Because you think you don't deserve good. You know, they say water dry, fish eat fish, right? If you are sanctioned, and you know you've been sanctioned because of the behavior of your government official, you will take it to them. You don't have to fight them. And if you are suffering, and the reason is because you made wrong decisions to continuously vote for wrong people. Because somebody asked Sekou, who is considered good people and the right people? If you don't know that, let me just help you a little bit. McGill. Everybody know McGill was the one running Georgia government. There were a lot of allegations. To the extent where United States put sanction on McGill for corruption, money laundering. You know, at that point, United States, they got evidence, they got proof to show to you the reason why they say, we believe McGill is corrupt. McGill is one of the bad people. You voted for him, knowing that he's bad. Just an example. The American government saying Jefferson Koji is involved in human rights abuses and corruption. They sanction him. You put him on your shoulder, you say, the sanction, no sanction, we support you. We are with you. You voted for Bill Tawey. Even though they told you said this man is a bad man. They may stole millions of your dollars, Liberian people money. As put the you said, no, that was not enough. The man not stole enough yet. Let's get the man the senatorial position. Let him steal more. Because we will get a crop from him. That shows that you don't know what's going on with yourself. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in what's good for you. You don't even know what's good for you. So you don't deserve any good. People should turn their back on you until you can come to realization that I am my own problem. Let me do X, Y, and Z to change it. Nobody will care about you. I think the United States, the international community have tried. Imagine people that kill you. You not only that you say you came mama, you came about, I'll vote for you, selling your ignorance to the world. You say you know, boy, you don't know, but I'll vote for you. You sponsor war, you don't sponsor war, I'll vote for you. All of those things are reason for Liberia to be sanctioned because you are nobody. You prove to the world that you have no brain. At least for the majority of the people, because people who make decisions are the majority. If other people start by and they do nothing, it means that they don't care about the future of what is happening in the country. So those who are making the decision are the majority. A majority of people, the people are proving that they are a bunch of stupid people. They will do anything at their own detriment. They don't care about themselves. They don't care about what happened to the future of their children. They don't care about their well-being. So people like that, they deserve nothing but isolation, and don't give them any attention. When they come to themselves, it's hard to know who is bad. But when somebody proves to you that they are bad, you don't re-elect them. Somebody proves to you they are bad, don't go for them. Imagine as bad as George Weah government was in terms of corruption, in terms of mysterious theft, in terms of money laundering, in terms of drug trafficking. You still have Liberians who believe that George Weah should come out to be president. What kind of people are those people? What do they deserve? They deserve nothing good because they believe that they themselves, they know that they deserve nothing good. That's why they don't care about people who inflict sanctions, who inflict suffering on them. So the thing is, the mindset of Liberia, the fact that you don't know what's good for you, you think that everything is a joke. Seriousness must, confront you so you can know exactly what it means to be serious person, to be serious-minded person. To close, Steve, if Liberian voters are bad, they don't know what they are doing. They don't know what's good for them. They keep voting for bad people, corrupt-minded people, and they are there to defend them in their corruption. They are celebrating their own suffering. Now, people who are accused of being bad, they have been sanctioned multiple times. Nothing. Vonnie Sharma was sanctioned. Sarah Allen told you sanction is good for Liberian people, Liberian officials. It makes you to save a lot of money. You don't have to travel, but you can stay in Liberia and enjoy the money, and people worship you. Bertwawe is sanctioned. Or McGill is sanctioned. Or what's his name? Aboche is sanctioned. Nukwe is sanctioned. All the people then, they are sanctioned, but they are enjoying, they are making decisions for Liberia. They are the ones choosing to make money for themselves, how much they should make, even though they are sanctioned. The $10,000 that we just talked about, $13,000, they all receive it, even though they are sanctioned. So what sanction mean? When you say, they can sanction government officials, it means nothing. What's going to happen to them? They will not travel, but they will still continue to steal the money. They will not only come to America, but they'll go to other places. They will still make the country to suffer. They will still take your money and put it in different banks. Do you know how many of them got money in different banks outside of America? We'll come to that one day. We'll list the name of the people that got bank account in different countries outside of America. And the American government knows about it. So in short, the people in Liberia, relation to some of them, they will not worry about, we're not talking bad about Joseph Barker. So long we talk, anything we say is fine. So long we don't talk bad about Joseph Barker, he's fine with it. For the slave mentality, they believe that their life, they live their life just to defend their oppressors. Under the pretext of their sense of belonging. They're where they belong. The whole party, the whole country, the whole dish, the whole people in there, the whole papi, the whole official, the my family. Forgetting about the future of the country, forgetting about your current state of life. You don't even know what's good. So, long matter short, Steve, the best way, since we have two people responsible for the suffering of the Liberian people. Number one, the leaders that we elect. Since the leader them be sanctioned, nothing have changed. Let us sanction the country they voted into. Maybe something will change.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kane. Throughout this time, I have not spoken about this thing.
Yeah. So Mong, let me update you why we signed it, because the last time I checked, only 3 people, and the 3 people that sent money, one of them was for one of those stakeholders who send their monthly donation to SKTV. Other than that, it was 2 people. That's it. So just to
all right, maybe as the conversation go on, they will come later. So we'll see.
Yeah.
So thank you for the update, Mr. Kane. I'll be very, very brief in what I will say. For me, I'm straightforward. So I like to say, I can walk and chew gum. I encourage both the sanction and the protest simultaneously to help solve and ease this problem. And this protest, you call for these guys to step aside, not to change the country, because they will not change the country. That they should step aside. You're hearing from me. They should step aside. The Constitution says the people have the right to alter, in other words, change the government. They say that you have the right to alter or change your government. for your well-being in the constitution. That I'm saying it. So the Liberian people, I think the step the American people can take is to sanction the entire country. Yeah, me, I don't say government, and I say criminal. Because you can't distinguish now who criminal, who not criminal. The people that who say the president criminal is making excuses for them. They're suffering, they still making excuses for the people. So that means you're saying you're part of the criminality. Because you are aiding and abetting. They have given you a chance to stand up against it. You go to an election, the people steal your vote. You don't say nothing. You come back quiet and say, yeah, they'll leave it will go. Yeah, they'll leave it will go. So the American government should sanction the entire Liberia. And in that sanction, hopefully, they can sanction all government officials, the corrupt ones. Sanction the country, sanction all government officials. Then let the Liberian people go protest and ask them to step down, including Joseph Boakai. You're hearing from me today. Because he's as corrupt as it comes. He's a corrupt old man. You're hearing from, and then also come on. Joseph Boakai is a corrupt old man. He not only crooked, he is a corrupt old man. I'll say again. Joseph Boakai is a corrupt old man. So the Liberian people need to stand up. And y'all can say what you want to say. Do what you want to do. Some of us will be on record as long as we live to tell you what will happen and what will not. And today we're asking the question about sanctions, and we'll tell you what SKTV will ask question. We know what we're asking that question. We'll leave it there.
Yeah. Let me what is the only part they call?
Well, I wanted to say something. You see, that's why I keep telling you, I say, for as long as we practice democracy in Liberia with the core of voters, nothing is going to change. And the people who control the state resources, they will not want that system to change because it gave them leverage. It gave them access to unlimited wealth and power. Look, let me tell you, you can accumulate money all you want. At a certain point in life, you want money, but at a certain point in life, money becomes useless and you want power. That's why people always want control. Because when you feel you can afford things, the next thing you want to control human beings. That's the pleasure that more people find when it comes to society, when it comes to expectation and living in society. Let me tell you something. Where in the world, or any country for that matter, you will see a lawmaker given 9 years in power?
Nowhere.
Name me one country you know of. Only in Liberia that can happen. And the people were not even brave to reject that. They accepted it. You look at a guy like Prince Johnson and get him 3 times, you get him 27 years of your life.
Yeah.
Think about that. The average living, the life expectancy in Liberia is between 64 to 68 years. And you look at one guy and get him 29 years of your life. That almost more than close to half of your life in the name of politics. Well, then who are you? Then tell me, who are you? And how are you going to change this thing? It cannot be changed except something radical is done. Look, these guys now, they have perfected stealing the stealing now in the millions. You know, I was listening to Tewan Golo, he himself found himself in the Yekeh situation where they claimed that they were picking Joseph Boakai. Like, look, if I will be neutral, I'll be neutral. Joseph Boakai and Joseph, they're two of the least options. I cannot choose them any day. Let me tell you something. He was complaining that Joseph Boakai violated the Public Financial Management Act. That the money that the Boakai government even borrowed the law on it. That it's supposed to be 289 million in total, but they only reported 45 million. And now we're hearing that he's about to borrow again to jumpstart the economy because it's also part of that same money they borrowed before. That's why I told you, when you look at when you go and do your research, when it comes to the central bank, when they are borrowing, they will tell you the interest they will get to the domestic banks and creditors. When it comes to the international banks, they will not tell you that. So how do you tell the Liberian people that this is how much we are paying in actual dollar a month as interest payment? Because guess what? That is a stealing opportunity for them. These are high-class criminals. And when you tell the people who are being affected, they come embracing these people. Oh, y'all will talk tired. Let me tell you something. One of the smartest things Georgia did when he became president, Georgia government was the only government in history that counter-protest or protest against his government while he in power. You know, no other government can launch a protest or simultaneous protest when people in the opposition are protesting again because he's president for everybody. But his government was the only government in recorded history that while the opposition were protesting, he had people to counter-protest their protest. You know the fact thing Georgia did, that when you bring in sanctions to Liberia, when you bring in protest, it means you are bringing war. It was just a coded way of saying that we are about to rip you off. We will steal, and you shouldn't talk anything about it. Just accept what we are about to do. The first thing was the missing million from the central bank. The next thing was the
not to cut you. You didn't hear Sekou saying that the government will get angry.
That's what Sekou believe.
Yeah, because that's the mindset. So that when you protest, when they steal your money, when you take action, they will get angry. They will kill people. What?
Yes.
You're supposed to kill people?
Yeah.
For speaking out?
And Sekou, that's the primary reason why they always love to turn the diaspora Liberian against the people back home. Because we got two expectations and two things. I mean, for the majority, because I know they got people that live here too that think there's someone from the village too as well. I'm talking about the vast majority. They understand that the people who know better in Liberia will always be looking for jobs, so they will jump on board. Whether they're bad government, they will support it because they want something in return. They understand that the vast majority of the voters don't pay attention to things happening in the country. The only people that keep a spotlight on that country that follow activity religiously are the people overseas who want something better for the country. So if you put the diaspora Liberian against the local Liberian, then, you know, they said they call divide and Congo strategy, right? We cannot be on the same page. So for that reason, there will always be a rift, and that way they can also maintain their business model, that they can just steal and people just supposed to keep quiet. That we oversee, we're not supposed to be talking. Matter of fact, even when we talk, it means we are the one pushing for sanctions. We hate the country, or we are the one that want to bring war because we are calling for protest or some, or how they call it, or boycott or sit in either way you want to call it. So that's the legitimate argument in the politics of Liberia. You will not come up to a smart conclusion because the dynamic that have been established in that country, you cannot change it using the electoral process. Second, the only way you can get good governance is through election. If the people who are going to vote on election day cannot be better, how can you arrive at good governance?
No way.
It will never happen.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a few calls here. Steve, what do you think?
Yeah, I think we should take a few calls. Thank you, Mr. Kanye.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. So just a quick update. Two people sent money after that. When I said there were two people, one person sent $25 and another person $20. So yes, yes. So
you have 5 in total?
Yeah, you got 5.
No, we still 5 and we're not even halfway yet. Let's go. Well, you can take a call.
Yeah, Fuma Vidi Toure, are you there? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
You're live on SKTV. What say you?
Yes. It's not only that I want sanction, you know, but I want for the sanction to bring something else.
Okay.
I want for the sanction to bring a kind of Abraham Traore of Burkina Faso to us. Complete change. Liberia need complete change. You know, so sometimes when I think about Liberia, we're not even ashamed. Liberians are not even ashamed. You kill Tobo, say Tobo was corrupt, Tobo was this, Tobo was this. And you got on the street and you demonstrated. Up to now, the people of Tobo, you denigrating them. From that, Samuel Doe, you said Monge Wakanda, Monge Kanda. From that again, the same people coming to power. Then you say now that sanction is not good. Sanction is not good. I don't only want sanction, Sekou. I don't want sanction. I want Ibrahim Traore right now. In Burkina Faso.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want Ibrahim Traore, so you want something bigger than sanction. So yeah, I'll keep your calls coming in. We'll take calls. You know, sometimes when you speak in a certain way, people think you're being radical. Let me see this 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure something right here. 1, 2, 3. So, you know, yeah, so more than 6. Actually, 6 altogether. So, you know, yeah, so let me take another call. I wanted to say something. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Minnesota. This is Alhaji Krama from Minnesota.
Alhaji Krama from Minnesota. Go ahead.
Anyway, thank you
you again for allowing me.
Hey, Ajukroma, if you don't mind, we got a call from Europe. Can you just pause? Let's take that call since you are local. Yes, please. I think this is a European call. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Mark calling from Sweden.
Mark from Sweden. Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, brother Sekou. Please give me like 2 minutes, please. Brother Sekou.
Go ahead.
Have you gone? I mean, for you don't drink, right?
No, I don't.
So I just want to give this. Please, I just want to give this metaphor. So, if you go to the bar and you call for the first drink, the second drink, the third drink, and the bartender know that you are drunk, but he continue to give you drink, knowing that you have a car you want to drive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get behind that steering and you make accident. According to Thomas, I think Shelley in his book, Choice and Consequences, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also the bartender is held responsible for continuously giving that man alcohol, knowing that that man is drunk and that man going to get behind a car to drive. Now, what is the correlation with this to Liberia? The Liberian people have voted for different government in power, knowing that every time they vote for a government, an incompetent government, the government will repeat the same act. The government will repeat the same act. Like the man who go to the bar and he's drunk, but the bartender continue to get in liquor. So, Brother Sekou, the Liberian people, they themselves are the problem. Is to say people could get degree from education, from voter education on talk show. But now some Liberian people that have PhD, master degree, because this is the fourth election that people being educating there. So you guys, some of you guys been educating the Liberian people to talk show as to vote your conscience, vote right. So they are like the bartender who continue to give power to this, liquor to these people, and these people go and make accident with a car. Now, another thing that across Africa that I want to give here.
Your 2 minutes finished though. I want you to wrap up. I got a lot of people on hold.
Okay. The same way Western government treat African government, right, to keep them in poverty or impoverished. That's the same playbook most African government they use on African people, on our own people. Next time I will continue. Thank you, Brother Sekou.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's go back to this person here. What is it? Ajukroma, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, sir.
Go ahead.
I just want to say that Mr. Kane, Steve, and President Monk, I will go to President Monk directly today. I want to go at President Monk. The President Monk, your analysis are fine, but some of your historical issues, I think you have to dig deeper into some of your analysis. For example, you bring me all the current guys of all the problems in the country. All of you guys are attacking the guys in the country, especially the new 6-month government. But Liberia has always been a failed state. Liberia, we set up a system where we marginalize the poor. Even the people we claim to support behind the scene, their parents, communists were going to CWA. He benefited from state resources. His family suppressed the native Liberians. They went to good school in our country. They kept our people in West Point. Even a lot of people never even went to school. People couldn't even buy land. So own land in Liberia was
No. Hold on. We don't allow just put you to flow with misinformation. Or maybe if there's a clarity, you can provide a clarity, down the line. So when you say communist parents, kept the Liberian people in poverty and marginalization. You say his parents. So do you know of any communist family serving in any position in government?
What I'm trying to say is that I take the word communist back. But there were people who marginalized Liberians, kept getting other people poor in our country, refused to educate them.
So you take back the mention of communists, right?
Yeah, I'm just talking as a group of people. I'm not going to.
Yeah, but even at that, you are trying to kind of stereotype here this whole Congo versus native narrative.
That's why he came to do it. Why I told you that why he came to do it.
That's what he's trying to bring. And
We are blaming the current government of the problem that existed 200 years ago. But another thing I want to.
But the current government can't fix it. We're not blaming them for what happened in the past. We are blaming them for not fixing what they said they could face. Other people said they could do it, but they were giving
That's a good point you raise. I support everything. Everything you guys are saying is a good thing. We want change. But beyond just the current 6-month government, right? There are a lot of internal factors. For example,
hold the line, please.
The people rule. The money. President said no. Anything you're doing here, you got to reach out to me because everybody in Nima depends on me. If you do anything without me in Nima, I will go against you. Even though we have made the rules, when time for the vote, what the people did, they went behind their son and voted against George Weah. So let me analytical. What are some of the examples? I want President Mo to clarify this thing. What is the case study for any African country who has survived in the current era? This is a new era for Africa. The current leadership in Liberia right now, is it just new generation of Liberians who are taking state power?
Hold on 1 second. Brazilian Mo will answer you, but before you even go to Brazilian Mo, and you say Brazilian Mo to dig deeper, and then you not even know African countries that are actually doing good in this era. Like I will not even go. I will not go enough. Listen, I will not go. I will not go too far. Okay, if you are very informed, I want you to add this one to your knowledge. Senegal president just got elected. He came out with a mandate. He came out with a blueprint. Right off the bat, he started working. In fact, just day before yesterday, he brought down the prices of gasoline and rice in his country. And he came right away. He started functioning before, in the first 10 days, he had a government in place. The other bankers stay appointing people. Anyway, thank you. I want you to conclude before I take the next call quickly.
Okay, thank you, my brother. But what like I said, I want to.
You said we should show you some government. Just Senegal. I don't want to go to Rwanda and other countries.
I'm going to Brazil. Some of these countries that you mentioned, we don't have time to discuss that. There are a lot of factors that affect those countries that does not affect Liberia. Liberia is a new country. Too many internal factors.
New country?
Tribalism. New way to democracy.
All right.
Anyway, thank you very much, my brother. I don't want to hold
Then will tell that he came from war?
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Wow. Yeah. So let's go to this caller here. From there, we'll go to Pastor Gerard Commis. Let's go to the caller here first. 763 number. What is your name and where are you calling from? Huh?
How are you?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is Mr. Roberts calling from Minnesota.
Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, like I always said to Liberian people, if you treat your country like how we treat a soccer team, what is going to happen? You're going to give the people the excitement while they make the money. I say this to say because when you look at the Liberian voters, right, Liberian people, it almost like they are only happy when their side win. They forget to know that when it comes to government, right, it is about you. Understand, right? It's about your, right? About the country we follow, right? About taking care of, right, the people. They use it like, you go on the soccer field, Real Madrid play once a week, even though I call it best to make the money, just a side game,
yeah.
To cheer, and you understand, right? They have turned their country into a soccer team. So you understand me, right? That's the reason why the guys will continue to do what they are doing again.
I got you.
It's just happy. As long as Unity Party is in power, understand me, we're happy. So I would say to Unity Party people, that Unity Party, I call it headquarters, that CDC headquarters, you need to close it down. And you're focused on the way forward for your country. Just leave the party headquarters because it's not helping you. It's not helping your family. It's nothing good for you. Just shut these things down. Go after these people who are stealing your money and make sure you benefit from your country because it is your country. It is not their country. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Wow. Today's show part, I'm learning new thing, man. I didn't even know Liberia was a new country. Even though Liberia is one of the oldest countries in the history of the world. And even Africa, by and large, Liberia got independent in 1847. The Liberia is a new country in some Liberians' mind. Well, Mr. Joe Clement Pastor, my brother and friend, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay, Sekou. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. What say you?
Well, I'm the guy who always talk about the system.
Yep.
I always talk about the system because I play around the system for a long time. Take, for example, Sekou, go back, maybe if you have the time, you, Monk, and Steve, do a research on when Ban Ki-moon and the late Kofi Annan took the Security Council to tax, right? For continuously placing individual Liberia on traveling ban and access free. Are there a program in the street from Douala Market to Ray Light Market to the Jokwetan Market? Liberians' response at the time was it was incumbent upon our legislators and the government, the central government at the time, to change the prevailing trajectory. At the end of the day, nothing was done. So sometimes we think the electorates are the problem. Sekou, print a campaign today, just creating awareness on who to vote for, why to vote. Just print maybe 1,000 copies and say the paper is free. The return will be more than the copies that were received by people. Then another analysis is, look in the country, what do you see today in this new dispensation and age? The proliferation of radio stations, 99% of the program in terms of content to change the prevailing situation is all dwelled around the cabinet ministers and the senators and the representatives. But how do we change the minds of the people? That's the most important thing. The elections have their own problem, but Sekou, we have a system. And until the same old players play around, to change the country will be a difficult thing. Sometimes you think politicians will come with a new methodology, but just look squarely in the party. If you show me one old player, I will tell you how the game will end. If you just show me one old player in any new political party, I can tell you how the game will end in that party. So one thing all of us need to do is to focus more on how do we help these ordinary voters to change. Somebody was talking about the diaspora Liberia. Let's go back to after 2005 election. 99% of the people that occupy offices as cabinet ministers, they became so corrupt to the extent that I sitting right here when Mom was talking, I ran in my bed and looked at the GMAP report on people that came from here when I was in the country. People that we thought that could help to change the prevailing trajectory came and left the system on, and Madam Sani never changed some of them until Dr. Sayer decided to resign. So it's the system issue. It's a serious system issue. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. So more we have one more person. That's like 7 people donated. That person just sent it. Like 25. But my people, let me tell you something.
Maybe they're mad. We
all agree that we should come on here Friday to support SKTV. But you guys been, slacking lately. There are few people that are always constant. We are encouraging everybody to support SKTV. Well, our cash app and Zelle up there. Support us. We need it. All right. Let's take the next caller. This person, 7669 401 number. Are you there?
Hello. Hi, SK. How you guys doing? This is Dee calling from Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you guys for the show, as always. I was listening to the discussions yesterday, and I just wanted to chip in with what you guys said today. With the session part, for me, I think that it's frustrating, and I would say that Joseph Boakai government needs to be careful before they session the country. We don't want Liberia to be sanctioned. As much as we are all frustrated with our people decision making over and over, something needs to be done ASAP. But I just think that if we need voter education, that people can't just get a vote for these people because they are popular, they are football star, they serve for the 2 years, they know this person. Like yesterday, you guys were talking about Kumi and other people, and that's what I've been saying. Where are the opposition? They only wait till when we hear Kumi name. I already know what Kumi does. You know, where are you guys? Why you're not saying something? Why wait the election before you come up? The thing what Liberia going through is that SK, no accountability. Everybody just come and do what they do and they walk away with it free of charge. So no matter what law, what system we put, it will not work unless people start paying for their crime, unless people start doing jail time and they are being penalized. You can't even serve in no government area no more. I think that's what this government needs to work on, accountability. But look at what's going on for his government within 6 months. It's just so much going on that we can't even point finger. And just lastly, to be fair, for Unity Party 12 years to serve, under their presidency, knowing where Liberia was and how much funding that was given to Heaven Justice League, we are even trying better than what Heaven did for 6 years. To be honest, for what we are know and for what Heaven know and the exposure, he even tried better than what they claim to know. And then the Liberian people brought the same party back. I don't understand. Thank you.
That's why they deserve to be sanctioned, because they don't know what's good for them. They don't know what's going on. Mr. John Maulu, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. 1 minute.
Yeah, Sekou, Monk, Steve, and Lawrence, and Sekou, President. Let me disabuse our people once more about all this nonsense they keep on coming out. Oh, come in when they see every day. Who stop anybody from going to see every day? Do you know that most of the people I see every day were on scholarship? Who stopped anybody? My grandfather went to see them eat, and graduated from see them eat when high school was 8th grade. This lie in our country that anybody stop anybody from going to school, that's a lie. That's a lie, and nobody can prove it besides the lies they have perpetrated around this country. Nobody stop anybody from going to school. So they shouldn't stop bringing that lie. There's other men who blog about the people, they stop people from going to school. Okay, for 40 years, the native being in charge of that country. How many are the native sent to school? How many new roads did they build?
Nothing.
How have they contributed? Let's look at the economic graph of Liberia since 1980. Has it gone up? Has it gone up? So who was stealing then? If when the people were stealing according to you, they were not good. The economic graph was going up. The education was strong. The healthcare was strong, and all of that. Yeah, it was not all over the country. But then you want to also understand the economic history of Liberia. You want to know the suppression that Liberia faced. And you people thought you could do it. Now you've taken it since 1980. Where is it? Where are your people? Are they better off since 1980? So this whole nonsense about who was suppressing who, you have done more damage to your people than anybody since 1822. In 40 years, you have killed more of your people. You have damaged them educationally. You have damaged them medically. You have done everything worse to them since 1822. So what is this nonsense? You keep making excuses for the nonsense that you continue to perpetrate today.
Thank you.
Nobody should spread that lie. And one more thing, I told Gerald before. The people who leave from America to go look for a job in Liberia are doing nothing here. When people are gainfully employed in America, the only reason why they will go in Liberia to look for a job unless they were contracted by the government. Besides that, this notion that because somebody is in America, they qualify to be government official, that's your own foolishness. So you ask them what they were doing here? What qualification did they have that you went and made a minister? Somebody hanging around in nursing home and go online and get some kind of degree and say that way he must be minister. Whose problem is that?
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Maulu.
Show me how many Congo people in
Yeah, it is a conspiracy theory and stereotyping that is keeping our country backward. Thank you so much, my brother. Yeah, somebody on the same line, but the person kept calling while the man was talking. You can call back. Well, we'll take a few more calls and then we will. So, Monk, we have about 8 people now. I don't know. We still very far.
Well, let him breathe with 5 for now. If not, we'll continue tomorrow. You know our routine here. Sometimes they don't show up on Friday. They'll come on the day after. Yep. We got to hit our weekly target now. I mean, if we can do it on the Friday, then we'll.
310 number, last 4 DJ 5282. What is your name and where you calling from? Your name is? SB from Toronto, Canada. SB from SB. Yes, sir. You're alive, my brother.
Thank you. Just want to say something quickly. I know everyone has said everything. I think you guys did a great job today, really hitting the nail on the head. One of the examples that you gave about the stupidity of our people, and I'm sorry to say it, but this is just a fact. The same people who were complaining that CDC weren't good enough, but complaining today that the UP aren't good enough, are the same people who are willing to bring back CDC.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about how dumb that is. But look, I agree with you, Sekou. And Mon, Steve, and the other guys make great points as well. I think it comes down to the point now where the entire country needs to be sanctioned. Stop everything. And maybe, just maybe, when our folks have nowhere else to turn, because even as upset as we may be, we still found a way to send money there. We still found a way to use West Virginia and send money. But when none of those things are working, we can't get on the plane and take money there.
Yeah, and someone have to be traveling to Sierra Leone and Guinea to go get money.
Exactly.
And Ivory Coast.
I just wanted to, there was one thing that really touched me, and I wanted to come on. I know I made a comment, but I wanted to come on and just say, the gentleman on the show, young man, I forgot his name. I think he's well spoken. I think he's smart, he's intelligent, he's diverse with his analysis. The only thing that bothered me was when he said, if the people, he was against, a matter of fact, he was against the sanctioning of the country. And he said that if the people go in the streets to protest or request sanctions against those officials against the country, the government will get mad at the people. I just want you to, you're sitting on a national platform and we cannot make this type of statement. The government or the people, the citizens of the country, those are the government. That's the government. That's who the government is. Those who work and hold positions in the government, they are the government. So you can't say something like that.
Yeah, that's why SB, not to cut you, that's why I said I was very clear when you were still there, that somebody supposed to be a professional or a journalist can even have that mindset, let alone uttering it. It tells you the mindset of people in Liberia. It's pathetic.
Monk is on here, advocating about voters' education, about educating our people on the things that you be voting for and how it benefits them. And then you come and say something in reverse to what the actuality is all about. Those people who work in government, they are not the government. They don't own the power of the state. The citizen owns the power of the state. They are the government. So we gotta be careful how we come in here and say this thing when we're already struggling to educate our people on what they should be voting for. And I just want to say last thing before I go. I've been bashing Jalon and Young lately, and I'm going to continue to do it. I know you guys are saying, oh, we're crying more than they believe. That's true. But these people are fake. These guys are so fake to the point where I can't stop it them anymore. Seeing them makes me upset. These are the people that came and said you almost right for our people and were going to go to every extent to do the right thing. Today you're taking $300K plus $700K for 4 days to go spend on you and your buddies. What about the blinds? What about the crippled, the handicapped, the disabled, those in the orphanage? Do you know what $700,000 could do for the people in a month or even in a year? These guys are jokers. They're phonies. That's why on my page today I said they were thieves in plain clothes, because that's exactly what they are. When CBC was in power, at least they knew what they were doing. They were bold with their activity and how they were going to go about their governance. But these ones are the ones you got to be afraid of the most. They're fake. The ones that come out and pretend to be something that they're not. I'm sick of them, honestly.
That makes me upset. And I hope people will smarten up one day and realize that all of these things that we're saying, we're not saying it because we want to come back and take jobs or to hold positions in government. We don't care about those things. Some of us will okay wherever we are. We just want to see a fair and equal Liberia for any Liberians. That's all we want.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well, we'll be going to Abraham, then we will call it a day. We have about 8 people that have donated to SKTV. Mostly we want 30 people. We can't even get 15 people. My people, what's wrong with that, man? Let's get at least 6 people before we go.
Yeah, then tomorrow. Yeah, we can close it up tomorrow, right, for the week, right?
Tomorrow we can close it up. Yeah, Abraham from Norway.
Yeah.
You're live.
All right, thank you, Brother. Since we are all trying to find a solution through which our country can move forward, this is why I decided to dispel some of the things that people say in the media there, especially the guy who said something about Mr. Kumi's parents. I didn't really want to call, but he encouraged me to call. You know, Rosiku, when the coup took place in Liberia, in fact, that time when I was growing with listening to news, that morning I went to work at Firestone, a British man who was the factory manager called us and said, it is a sad thing in your country today. We said, what happened? He said, your president has been assassinated and Liberia has gone back 100 years. I was small. I didn't understand what he meant. But now today I can understand it clearly. Our friend who is saying Kumi's parents is responsible for what is happening in Liberia. Since the coup took place, all our governments have been dominated by the native people. If we talk about Burma, if we talk about the Fico, you talk about the Coris, all this, you talk about chicken soup factory, you talk about iron factory, all of these places, these factories were brought by the Congo people. Today, the people that went to Buchanan and used $50,000 when drugs are not in the hospitals. How many Congo people can you find among them? The people that just share 10,000 each, how many Congo people can you find among them? So we have to stop these things here. Kumi's giving the country to run as a president. Because I think, in my opinion, looking at his level of transparency, the people decided to, the same guys who are dominating the communities, they are the ones that play all type of propaganda in him. Let's see the man who is in power and Kumis. The man who is in power right now, he is by far older than Kumis. Look at Kumis building that he has in Liberia. During the COVID-19, tell me, what was Ome Bwaka's contribution to the country? I can remember 2 years ago when Ome Bwaka went to America. He said, he and Costa, he said they were loading a container to be brought to Liberia with medical equipment. Up to now, that container refuses to come to Liberia. So we have to stop this thing here. Kumi has an investment in the country. You might not know it, but because he's an opposition, he doesn't want somebody or some people are in charge. But let's see the things that you can see visibly. For example, his school that he has in the country is like one of the schools in Europe. Look at his house. Let's see his political party. Some level of discipline that took place. When Abbas Toba said something about women, that's why it was not his political party that were affected, but he disciplined him. But when Mo Ali opened a disgrace on little girl that he pregnant to the extent and wanted the girl to commit murder by carry out an abortion, what did Bwaka say up to this time? Let's be frank with ourselves. When the senators, the lawmakers divided 30,000 each, Kumis was the head of the CPP. He only because it was a political corruption. Senator Dillon was the first person that engaged Mr. Cummings. He said Mr. Cummings didn't understand what he was talking. Now, what happened? Here, Mr. Cummings used to people even thought that Mr. Cummings having won the ticket of the CPV, he was going to pick the law to be his vice. But from that 30,000 issue, the law decided, he and Young they decided to move behind Cummings, and they came behind Omer Boakai. So we have to stop these things here that are happening.
Thank you.
We have to be frank with ourselves. During the Congo people time, as you were saying, you, my friend, maybe you don't know. Like Tomo University in Maryland County, that time was used to call TC. We have foreign students that went to that university. The University of Liberia, foreign students came. Our hospitals were being attended by Ghanaians and Ivorians. But today, can you find one foreign student in those universities? We have to stop these kind of things here. Those days, those people, the labor agency.
My brother, yeah, I want you to conclude.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, bro, Sekou. Some of us used to use our ID card and ride a bus from Maryland County to Monrovia. We used to take plane. We have 4 seaports. We used to see the ships and everything there. I was trying store in Maryland County. They were selling Volkswagen cars there. They were selling cars there. What can you find today? Since the coup, the native boys have been dominating governments. They're sharing your money. People are talking about it, then you want to blame Kumis. Sit down there, it will be all right for you.
Thank you. So, Mong, we had about 12 people now. So, at least we can get 3 more to 15.
Yeah, three more, then we can call it half a day, then tomorrow we'll complete it for the week.
Yeah. You know, like the guy was saying, in Liberia, we have people that are, that are focused on deceiving the Liberian people, especially some of the so-called educated. When they got mouth, they go to school. When they understand what subject of rep agreement is, they will just go and lie to the people, confuse the people, with stupid stuff, and expect everybody to just fall for that. Mom, if you look at Liberia, from the time of Topman, Turbo, then Do, all the transitional government, Charles Taylor, the decision of how our country proceeds is not even being made by conscious-minded people. Majority of the people who have decided the way Liberia should be governed are people that can think for themselves, are people with a slave mentality. And tribalism killed Liberia to a larger extent. During the last election, I have somebody, one of the older person from my tribe, calling me, Sekou, I heard that you've been saying a lot of good things about Cummings, on your show. Sekou, you people, you're small children. Do you know what the people then did to the country for the year they were? I said, who people then? He said, the Congo people. I said, what do you mean by that? So, oh, the people that when they come back, they can enslave our people. They take over the economy. They send their children into school in America. They do X, Y, and Z. And I asked, so how long ago since those people then were in power? He said that was a long time ago. Since 1980. I think from 1980 to now. How many years ago?
44 years.
Okay.
We are going to half a century now, almost 50 years. We are 44 already.
So I say, how many people died under the Congo people rule in Liberia? And he said, no. Only one time we used to hear about Hamed thing, how other society thing, but we know about this. So okay. I said the children that were in school here, you know how many children of current government officials from Ellington to Jowia time that are indigenous or that are so-called native in school? So do you know how many of them got horses here at the expense of the Liberian people? So do you know how many people died since they took over? First and foremost, when the native, so-called native took over, the reason why they put the 11 people on the pole and killed them in cold blood.
13.
13 people, I'm sorry. They say it was for corruption. Though became corrupt.
He stole more than them.
More than the people then that they killed for corruption. And they start to kill each other for power. The other people spend years, many decades in power. But they didn't kill each other like you did. You kill each other. You turn the country against each other. Gio versus Crown, Madingo versus Gio, and the rest of it. We burn down the country. Okay, the people now, stealing from the people, they corrupt, they send the children to school, but they never burn down your country. You burn down the country. You kill each other. But you know that the Congo people there, Chatila them, they went with. But Chatila them, how many people Chatila killed by himself? The same native people they're talking about, they don't want went and took training to come and murder their own people. I said, who captured those? Who slaughtered those? Who killed all the people there, all the BB people there in Nima County? Including Samuel Doki and all the other people there. Even Moses Blah, who killed him? I'm sorry, what the president name? Vice president under Chatila, what you need?
Enoch Dogolie.
Enoch Dogolie. They wrapped Enoch Dogolie in mattress and beat him to death. His own people. We destroy our country. But yet, when we ready that we hide behind tribalism and blame other people for our own stupidity. Liberia is a failed state. We have a failed society. And the mindset of those so-called native, as long as they continue to dominate Liberia, we are going nowhere. That's why even someone living in America here, they still have that belief. You know, one of the reasons why I don't like Eugene Fangon in his politics, he's a divisionist, he's a tribalist, he's a con artist who hide behind division, tribalism to market his politics. And Joseph Jima Boakai is one of those people who continue to destroy our country using the same tribalism and divisionist attitude. You listen when Joseph Boakai say the people can't come from America there and come here, you can't speak the people language, you won't be president. Joseph Jima Boakai said it. They're the same politic. When I support, you just call it, trying to blame commies, trying to now, simply because the mindset that commies supposed to be a Congo man. So for that reason, commies then responsible. But the commies then responsible, let's agree now the Congo people were in power forever. They better more than the native people. The native people destroy the country. Now today, the corruption in the country that it never happened in the past. You kill each other, still killing each other. You are so smart, you love your country so much, but yet you are electing killers, criminals, and corrupt-minded people to lead you. You love your country. Congo people don't love your country, but you that love your country now, you are voting for corrupt-minded people, killers, to come and run your country. Tribalism is one of the fundamental reasons why Liberia is stalled. And we're going to remain like this if that mindset is not changed. We are not going to get tired talking. We will talk. We will continue to talk. We care less about how you guys feel about us. But it is disgraceful that we have behind tribalism and division to continue to suffer our people. If I had the gabble to put sanctions on Liberia, it will start today.
I know, right?
Yeah, all the corrupt-minded people, you know. So I think we got the 15 people now. The 3 people that we wanted to get at least 15 people. We got 15 people that donated today, or hopefully the 30 people won. So we need 15 more people tomorrow. Most say $20, but I would say the 15 people, even you give $15 or $10, but let people donate. All the people that the 2 people that donated, they are people that are being donating. One of the person that donated today towards their monthly contribution as a stakeholder to SKTV, that person also sent an extra $20 just to complete the number. We have the same people supporting us every day. But the rest of you can hear you run your mouth. You got information pro bono. When people even say anything, they don't feel good about you, attack or you say bad things to us. But yet, you can't even support the platform. Or you just want to get everything free. You're corrupt leader then destroying our country. We kind of to talk about it. You don't contribute to our information dissemination, but you only come to attack us. And people who are even supporting the platform, you don't give them a chance to write. When they say something, you get at them. Start attacking them. Shame on you guys. Let's be honest to ourselves and our country. Liberia is the only country we have. So no amount of attack or bullying will silence us. We'll continue to talk. We'll continue to speak truth to power. And we'll continue to expose all the dirty deals. We got more information on some of the senators that we'll be sharing tomorrow. The reason why I was hesitant to come on, I didn't want to talk about those things, and we were expecting Yekeh Kolubah to come here today. So I didn't want to overshadow Yekeh Kolubah show with some of the information that we have on some of these very senators. The reason why some of them they don't like SKTV Monk is that when we come and expose them, they can't defend it. 2 days ago, you saw how Dillon was on social media writing that $50,000. Anybody say anything contrary, they're stupid, they're uneducated, they this, they that. That time we told you people say we didn't have information. But we got the right information, we brought it up. What happened now? They all put their tail in their behind and ran away. Monk.
Yes, sir.
You can't believe what is going on. Do you know now that the Joseph Bogle government people recording each other and sending it to the people here in America?
Oh yeah, that one we expected to happen.
Not to us, not to Liberians, but to American people, policymakers.
Wow.
Last night, I said I don't want to give this information, but I'll just give a gist of it, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Because last night we got some information. Some Liberians, because of politics, came. Some of them that just came, with no paper. They went, they used some other Liberian's name as the reason why they can't go back to Liberia. They want to get political asylum. Using some people's name that are even know nothing about gun or war. Monk. You are there electing warlords, criminals and killers and corrupt-minded people that you are using some ordinary Liberian people name in Liberia. Say, I can't go back to Liberia before the person kill me. And then recording now, let me tell you what's going on. Then we'll talk a detail tomorrow. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of State, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of State, they are doing a lot of recording on each other. Do you know that someone is even recording the president?
Wow.
Yeah. So
could please put the number on the screen again. One of my senior brothers saying, I don't know if it's pinned there, but he wants to see the number so he can.
The number is pinned there. The number is pinned right there on the bottom.
Yeah, on the same, I think.
Is 480-862-0783. 480-862-0783 is both Cash App and Zelle.
480-862
0783.
0783. Let me put in your inbox as well.
Yeah, please do that.
480-862-0783.
So, we'll give a little more detail tomorrow. And some of them even,
you want you rice?
You know that some of them, one of them were in a habit because they had access to Joseph Nyima Boakai. They will go and call Joseph Nyima Boakai. They did it both when he was candidate. They did it both when he's after being elected.
Yep.
They will call Joseph Nyima Boakai. While they're having conversation with Joseph Nyima Boakai, they will put other people on the line without his consent, without his knowledge.
Wow.
And then that person too will go and record the conversation.
Yeah.
And some of them now today working in the government. Now those information now are coming out.
Wow.
Yesterday, one of our sources had an opportunity to talk to some people within the United States Congress. You can't believe that what Liberian people are doing to each other from this government in terms of recording each other, even recording the president. Even the sanction bill, I'm telling you right now, there where some of the sanctions coming from, because they got some raw material from facts from their own mouth. Some when they're distributing money. Some when they're talking about money. Some when they're talking about who's going to get what. So they have that on record. On audio recording. Recorded in the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So far, they say they are auto recording, but I have no privilege. I've not been privileged to those. But I know of fact, the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, Joseph Boakai government, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they recorded each other and be sending a. Some of them not happy because of certain positions were not given to certain people, so they are becoming belligerent and rebels among themselves, and they will self-destroy. I will stop there for today. So let me check the. So maybe the person, somebody sent $25 after that.
Okay, maybe that could be him.
Yeah, I don't know the name, but I think it's a female. I mean, it's a male name, so
yeah,
that could be him.
Start with a C.
The name start with C is end with M.
Yeah, that's him. Then that's him.
Okay, thank you so much.
You know, I got my closing statement for today. You know,
go ahead.
You got to understand the Liberian people circuit to know exactly what's happening in the country. It were two callers that piqued my attention. It was Pastor Jerome Cummins and the other man who called to justify why Liberia is a failed state in the name of playing Congo versus native politics. You know, people that live in Liberia, the older folks, the older generation, I never saw Toba presidency. I was born after Toba was assassinated. But we all knew, we know the history of Liberia, that the so-called Congo people that they keep talking about, the country were better off under them. Even though we have some challenges when it comes to the foundation of the country. But if you start counting from the top, for me, I don't know about Tubman because I believe Tubman, if he became president in 1944, America said we're in darkness in 1944. It was after World War II before America started gaining economic strength. That's what I know. So if you wait in Africa and you look at some guy in 1944 and being the president, I don't expect too much of him because the whole war was not even exposed. Let's talk about Africa or Liberia in particular. So we'll start looking at the 60s and up to the 70s. Then you start talking about where people started getting more exposed to global issues. But yeah, the thing. The average person in Liberia knows that under these so-called Congo people, we were doing better, whether it was in education, whether it was in healthcare, whether it was in living standard. We knew there was a time in Liberia that people from Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Ghana, they came to Liberia in search of greener pasture. They say indigenous criminals or vampires that call them, that spoiled that country. It had been 44 years that the country have never known any better. That was the argument that they made, was the same argument this caller was trying to make. So when people talk about voter education, I said, no, it cannot be voter education. 1997 to 2024, it had been 27 years. That's almost 3 decades. 30 years is no small time. As far as I'm concerned, I was in Liberia 1997. I wasn't even old enough to vote in the 97 election. I can remember there were NGOs that were educating our voters. I can remember that. Vividly remember that. So we have more access to information today, from radio station to social media. The thing in Liberia is about choice, not information or education. Let me tell you something. When you stay long into slavery and subjugation, at a certain point in time, you start getting afraid of success. Let me give you one typical example. Anytime you discuss Liberian politics or CDC and Unity Party, everybody will naturally gravitate to communists. You notice that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, there's going election. They told you myself that how they call it and say Appleton have more vote than communists. When we talk on SKTV, we don't make mention of communists, right? But every time when we talk about good governance, why you think they always calling about communists?
They will say Kumi will never be president in Liberia because they will say that good government you're talking about, it will never come to Liberia.
Because when you talk about good governance, the very first person that will come to their mind is Alexander Cummings. That's why all the survey that they conducted, when you ask them who you think is better suited to run this country, they will tell you Cummings. But when you tell them who are you voting for, they will tell you a Georgia or Joseph Boakai. So it tells you that it's not a matter of them wanting something better. It's about keeping the system that they used to in play. And the like of Joseph Boakai and other people understand that. That's why he told Costa, I'm not going to be here for another Congo man to come rule this country. He said it openly. So the thing in Liberia is the people themselves, I keep saying it over and over, it's not only the politicians, they are the main accomplices. That's why I disagree with my brother Jerome Cummings, the man of God, right? He believes that the system is broken. But we have a government. There is no way that Oseku or Sarah or Pastor Cummings will go and bring in the system. That's why we have elected officials. The question becomes, if the system is broken, then who do you expect to change the broken system? It can only be the elected people that are in power, not you and myself.
And Monk, you know, you said it was a closing argument, but you just opened your Pandora box. let me say this, Monk. Let's assume it's the people. I mean, let's assume it's the system, right? But then the people have the power to change the people to different people that will come and change the system. But then, if the people in power, they cheat and not giving the result that will reflect the way of the people, you know what people can also do? They can protest. They can say this is not how we voted. They will say we will not agree for these people to come to power because we did not vote for them. We can't vote for you. This is not the person we voted for. Until the people, they bring people themselves.
Yes.
Until they can suffer enough and say, you know what will happen, but we will not allow this to happen. We need our country to be like other countries.
Yes.
I mean, the irony about Liberia, they travel to Africa.
Yes.
Somebody want to talk about the war.
Yeah.
Africa for war, they destroy their country. Guess what? Africa is one of the shining cities.
But Rwanda, even the great United States went through several wars, multiple wars.
Sierra Leone read by us. Sierra Leone read by us. So our people got no shame. We very quick to be satisfied. We would live in our bubble feeling that we are better than other people. We know better than other people. But yet, everybody's better than us because we don't even know what's good for us as people. I just want to add that.
So the point I was making, like I said, it's not about voter education. It's about people making the choice for a better Liberia. And for them,
you call the pastor name. The pastor want to come and say the record show.
Let me end my thought. Then the men of God. This is the only place that I differ with the men of God. That the system is broken, and you only got one option to change the system. That is by bringing in people who will fundamentally change the system. But if we all agree, I agree, the system is there and the system is broken, but the regular people don't have that authority to change the system. Only the people that are elected to come and change the system. Okay, if you keep perpetuating the very same system by bringing people who you know to be criminal, the reason Cummings is, they never talk about Cummings when it comes to the positive. They all look at him from the negative side, the sentimental side, they come over the negative side, because they have already identified that he's the most, you cannot, it's not like a crystal ball you can predict. But I can tell you in politics, there are certain people that will do better than others. It's just like that. They know if you're making the argument on the merits, on leadership ability, and somebody who will most likely change your country, it might be Cummings. So it means they already know who can bring success to Liberia, but they are not interested in that success. That is why Obwaka stand a better chance than being elected before Cummings, or George Weah can be elected over Cummings only in Liberia, like I always say, because I know it can't happen in no other country with the exception of Liberia. Even Prince Johnson, I bet you I put Prince Johnson and Alexander Cummings on the ballot, Liberia. Prince Johnson will be elected before Alexander Cummings. That's why I keep telling you guys on the show, until the Liberian people can consciously decide to usher in something different. If I come in, I'm not spending a penny in Liberia. Other than that, you will waste your time, you will waste your resources, you will get frustrated, because guess what? The people that are making the choice, it's not that they don't know that you are the better candidate. They are just now willing to usher in the kind of a change that you are advocating for in Liberia. That's where the problem is. So every time they call, so you talk about good governance, your thing Cummings, good need they can mention. The question is, if Cummings was not that important, he wouldn't even be in any political discussion because he got less than 1%, right? That's what they want you to believe. But why is it every time we talk about good governance and bringing somebody better, why you always refer to comments? Because it tells me that you already know who can bring better leadership. The only difference is you will not accept what is better for Liberia. And that's why we say the people are the enablers, they are not the victims.
Anyway, we say we're leaving. A lot of people left already, but we can still let the pastor come in. You want to clarify something before we go?
Thank you, Sekou. Monk, every time you hear me talk about the system, I'll give you one scenario. I went to Ghana. For the first time in my life, I stayed in the country for years. The first time was 2009. I went to attend a conference in Ghana. From those times, straight to Accra, I kept calling my mom in Abidjan. I say our people fool us. Because from those times, straight to Accra, all I could see was light. When I went back to Monrovia, it was when the late Geraldine Doe, Darius Delon, Clement Shaw Ure was running for the Maserati senatorial election. I led a no vote protest with marketers. Well, as a matter of fact, when I went back, Truth FN and myself was at war. When I led that protest, it was Andrews Mann, it was Patrick Hunter, and Senator Darius DeLong, and the Public Works Minister, Kofi Woods. I led that protest to an extent that they advocated that they fire me. Who I was working for? I was working for UA at the time. I led that protest with market women, wheelbarrow boys, shoe shine boys. Today, from Bangersville Junction, beyond Keba, they got ruled. But when we went to meet with the Public Works Minister, the Defense Minister, and Senator DeLong were in our office. And the superintendent, they told me to stand there and say, to the no, it will not work. The former Solicitor General, rightly, called me, Wiggins right, called me and said, Jerome, the president wants you to stand there and say, it's not possible. I will lead the market women. And I said to DeLong, right in front of Kofi Woods, I said, Minister Woods is lying that they don't have money. Yes, the superintendent sitting here, that there is money there for country development fund. They can either give us lateral rack just for the people to run. Sekou, at that time, 3 quart of pepper was $25. So from Bangersville Junction to Drivers Market, from Drivers Market to Vibra Mall Open, the people were paying a whole lot of money. And the road was deplorable. You know what the guys did to me? This Salam Main, that system, Salam Main, who came to beg was Brandy Samuka. He gave me 2 drum of fuel and a caterpillar. And then Public Works Minister called me and said, my man, the protest, you got to stop. We'll face the road, but it's rainy season. So every time you hear me say there is a system, I test the system. I work around that system, not in the government. But the only way we can break that cliche is when you, Monk, Sekou, myself, and those of us who mean well for Liberia, will look squarely in the eyes of even the party or the presidential candidate we support and say, listen, there are certain players that cannot play in this camp. And 2, we make the people to understand. Sekou, you work in the transport sector. You've been around for a very long time. You know our people. But lately, the mindset of the people have changed as compared to when you, Sekou, and myself was in the country. Because when you, Sekou, were in the country and myself was in the country, we were men. Our concept was not to support criminals. Even though these guys came with revolution, but our concept was not to support them. Our concept was to mold the minds of our people so that there will not be a real current. But look at the new generation coming after us. See what they're doing, see the way they vote. And then look at the lawmakers. And I tell you this, free of charge. This is the reason why Senator Youngly, Darius Taylor, and some of the senators don't like me.
because I know their move. And I'm telling you, Monk, me and you can go to Liberia now. You can come with any developmental agenda. We sit down on different talk shows from now to tomorrow morning. The easier way to move on our people is to change the narrative. And how do we change the narrative? Is to drag them peacefully from these guys, or else. As far as you see one player, you see a real current. When I saw Louis Brown in the communist camp, I knew what was going to come down. That's the fact.
Thank you.
The people got a problem, but the players, they position themselves in a way that it would damage any good system a monk want to build. Except monk become a Jote. Except monk is operating like somebody else who don't care. And will change the system, will change it by force.
Thank you so much, Pastor Connie. We really appreciate your time. Mon, I there now. People left already, but we just have a few people.
That's it. We'll call it a day.
We have a few people here hanging out with us to complete this.
To end it, to call it, to draw the curtain.
My people, you're thinking, so Mon, we end up getting 16 people instead of 15.
Yeah, we'll do 14 tomorrow. Tomorrow Saturday.
Yeah, so we need 14 people tomorrow to finish the week. You know, we don't go beyond Saturday. So
yeah, no.
Please try to do something. Okay? Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
All right, man.
Everything. So we will call it a day. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate those that contributed. Those who don't have it can do it next time. Do it tomorrow. I want to say thank you to all of you for being here, for sticking with us for 3 hours and 20 minutes. That's a lot. Thank you so much. That's why we are SKTV. Without you guys, we will not be here.